on, it's all right. It's only a little one. It's okay.
We knew that they were here. See all the blotches. It makes me feel horrible.
No. They're the most despicable creatures that you could imagine. They're coming out of the towels.
No word of a lie, probably 20 to 25 rats on that grass in the middle of the night.
There's no doubt about it, we've got an infestation.
We are at war with pests.
God. I said I'm a rat catcher. Well, I nearly choked on his pint.
Just pop it on over my face and you won't hear me again, OK?
I haven't had a rat escape my clutches yet.
Every case is like a detective story.
It's time to start the eviction.
We feel we've not slept properly for days since we've seen them. You're permanently itching, permanently paranoid there's something there. Life feels it's upside down at the moment, and my husband describes it as coming home to the house of horrors.
I've got 2 degrees BSc from Manchester, MSc from Imperial. In order to really understand the pest, you have to think like the pest. So I've come to investigate a bedbug problem at this property. If you don't find every individual, you're going to be trapped. You're going to have to treat the house over and over again.
This has been a temporary bed for both myself and my husband.
Well, that's terrifying. If you haven't been able to sleep in your own bed because of the bed bugs and biting you, that's appalling.
Yeah. I'll just show you where it is.
I'm going to be looking for anywhere where the little bed bugs can hide. And we should be able to see them with the naked eye, like this. It tends to be around the bed, the mattress, the frame. They tend to go. Bed bugs like to be close to the host, extract some blood so that they can develop to the next stage of their life cycle. Bedbug dirt here. Can you see here?
It looks like black ink.
Bedbug poo.
That's our blood then, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oozing out.
Yeah.
Would there be anything under there?
There's one there. That's a fully grown bedbug, which is a nice dark colour. It's probably quite well fed.
It's just confirmed my worst fears that we've got them.
They come to clean houses, they come to dirty houses, they're indiscriminate. They'll happily come to the rich, the poor, the aged, the young. They don't mind, they're happy to eat blood from anybody.
1, 2, 3.
There's one. There's one. There's one. There's one. You can see that live one there. Live one there, going into the crevice there. See dirt here, there's another one here. Does it make you feel worse or better?
Well, in some respects, I was expecting you to find a lot more.
I presume the bed bugs came in on a handbag or a gym bag. If you travel by tube or underground, and it's just unfortunate that they've come into Charlotte's house, really. So in order for you to actually get a proper view of what I found, I've linked up this camera to the computer. Can you look on the screen?
Oh, it's horrible.
In people's back, there's one running there, look.
Shows you how fast they moved, doesn't it?
Yeah, where's he gone there? One is actually jumping on top of the other. And I think he's actually trying to have sex with her. She's trying to escape, actually. I think she's failed to escape, poor thing.
How many eggs would that female bedbug produce?
Well, in her lifetime, probably as many as 200. I suspect that we've only found a few of your bed bugs. There may be more in the rest of the flat. Rather than wasting my time turning over all the furniture, I should get in a pest controller who's faster, smarter and quicker than me and happens to be male.
Come on then, Alfie, let's go to work. So we'll start in this room.
Okay.
Alfie, the dog, is incredible, and he's been trained to sniff out bed bugs.
This way, Alf. That's it, up here, Alf. Up here. So that room is clear. This way. Definitely bed bugs in here because he alerted. Good boy, good boy.
Claire is Alfie's handler. They work wonderfully together.
You can see he loves it. You start training them from a puppy and then you train them on the scent. Come on then, Alfie. And then you can fine tune that and make it the scent as small as you want. Up, Alfie, up. Good boy. So Alfie, let's go this way. Search over here. Good boy. This side. That, where he's stopped now, that will be an alert. Show me. If you look, I can't move him away.
Yes.
He won't come with me.
He stopped here in his alert on the sofa where Charlotte and her husband have been sleeping.
I'm not sure where we're going to sleep tonight. Something we've got to think about. Probably somewhere else, a different location.
In you go. Go on then, in you go.
Well, Charlotte's already had a traditional chemical insecticide treatment. It hasn't worked. Yeah, it's happening over and over again, and actually it's a waste of time doing chemical spray treatment. We need to find out what works and why the chemical sprays aren't working. I'd like to take some advice from experts and come back to Charlotte on the problem and suggest a solution for her.
They've eaten my shed floor, they've eaten my hammock cushions and all the inside foam. But they're not little tiny things, big as cats. I suppose it depends how big your cat is. At one point, probably 20 to 25 rats on that grass in the middle of the night.
I love rat jobs, all mine are rural, but I've been called to one more in the city. It's in the back garden, so it should be nice and simple. To me, I like to do things right, I like to do things well. I don't like letting everybody down. If only all God's creatures were this easy to control.
I mean, they've even started eating my wheelie bin. Right here, that's their teeth mark. Nice.
I just come in hoping that I can make a difference. How long have you been seeing rats here?
At least 11 years.
That's a long time.
Sometimes they'll come out and they sort of scoot back in, and you're never quite sure it's the same one.
Have you noticed any holes or
Not
runs
holes,
or
not holes.
droppings anywhere?
No.
So you have a convenient rat hole under the shed there.
A bit of a labyrinth, you might say, underneath.
These are the images that we got from it, and they're quite good. Oh, here he comes.
Oh my word.
But 95% of rats in the wild will only live a year.
I don't know why I'm freaked out about them really, but it's not nice knowing that they can come up to your back door and then they could be in your house. But I don't like them.
Most people have phobias about something. Right, let's check the shed out. This is the most common place for them to be living. I would suggest that any men in Britain keep their shed as tidy as they can, keep things off the floor.
Oh, we've got a dead rat. It's very dead. There's no way anybody's going to revive that one.
I did find a dead rat in the shed, which I have removed. He's very mummified.
Oh, God!
Oh, my goodness.
That's awful. That's awful. It looks like a stuffed one.
Yes, he's very mummified. He's been dead a long time. I don't think they're living in your garden.
It's not just us, definitely. And there are other places and houses along here that are having a similar problem, if not a lot worse.
Ooh. I hope they've gone for this afternoon.
Jan, who lives in Woodborough, really nice lady. She's got an issue with wasps in her garden, but she's informed me that she's got a garden party this afternoon. I'm like the third emergency service as far as I can see at the moment.
Oh, they're very active again.
I've got to try and get rid of this wasp nest within a time scale of before 3 o'clock this afternoon, which is quite worrying to me.
Ooh.
It is 20 past 1, so the pressure's on. Hello, Jane. Hello, how are you?
I'm all right.
Oh, I'm pleased it's you that's come.
Oh, you can. It was unexpected the first time she came, because you don't think of a female pest controller. I had mice in the garage, 2 wasps' nests, and then last year she came out when I had an infestation of wasps on my broad beans. They're up there. Look at them now.
I know, it's because the sun's out, so they've woke up, that's what it is. I'll go and get kitted up and get on with this, because otherwise I'm going to get behind, aren't I? The way I describe a wasp sting is like falling in nettles naked. It proper hurts, and I mean hurts. It's the only pest I enjoy killing, and I've no remorse in getting rid of it. Because after you've been stung, you just hate them more. But the clock is ticking. And this is a trigger like gun on the end, and then I'm just going to put that into the entrance of the nest, and then I'm going to fire powder in, which contains a bendiacarb, which will play havoc with their nervous system. In. Well, they come out white when they're covered in the insecticide, so you know that you've hit. But they ain't happy, are they? They're not happy. Oh dear. Do you want to have moving chairs and that?
Please, if you wouldn't mind. We've got about half an hour or so before they arrive.
Right, I don't like pressure then. When you get nice people out in the public, to me, I actually enjoy doing this job because I don't mind helping them out with the extra bits like putting the tables out. That's probably why I get on with some of my customers better.
She's very caring and she goes that little bit more.
I'm melting in there today. I don't know how I managed to be a size 16. I should be a size 10. Right, job done. I think they'll be calmed down. Just right time for when the ladies arrive for the tea, so I'm quite chuffed about that, to be honest.
Thank goodness these wasps have gone and we can now enjoy the tea party. The committee have made some cakes.
Have they?
Yes.
What, Victoria sponge?
Victoria sponge.
Doesn't look like a cream tea, is there?
Cheers.
This is going to be a really difficult job. There are so many houses here. The rats could be coming from anywhere, and I need to find that source where they're coming from. We're going to need to talk to all the neighbours. Hello.
I set traps and I caught 9 in a week.
That's a lot.
Yes, that is a lot, yes.
Yeah,
two,
well done.
two within an hour.
No, you don't mind if I have a look in the shades and
Not
just...
at all, no.
We've got a perfect thoroughfare down here where the rats can just run down the back of all the gardens. There's a nice little M1 down here for them. But I need to find the garden that they're living in. Hello, my name's Deborah. Have you noticed anything at all?
Yes, we have. That's where we find most of them coming from.
Okay. How regularly are you seeing the rats?
Oh, every week you see them.
Okay, and you're still seeing them at the moment?
Oh yes, yeah, they're still around.
From what she's saying, I think we're getting closer to the source of the rats. I can smell them, but I can't see anything.
Verdict?
I don't think we found the source of the problem.
The bungalow directly at the back of us that you can see there. It's certainly something that I know we as neighbours along here have often thought possibly.
Could be a prime place, it might not be.
Yeah.
That house there looks like it could be a very possible one. It's got a very untidy front garden where everybody else's is very smart and trimmed. There's lots of places where they could hide in the front here, so it would be interesting to see if the back is the same as the front. Don't think anybody is in. I'd be very interested to get in there and have a look around. I'm going to keep trying and we'll see if we can get into that garden.
It's wet and smooth. Wet and smooth, it's lovely, isn't it?
They'd sit on the roof and wait and watch, and as soon as you put the feed out, they'd just come down.
We don't really want to harm them, but we've got to do something about it.
I hate to think that anything's going to get the better of me. Pigeons are scavengers. They'll eat more or less anything that they can get their little beaks on. Pigeons are my pet hate. I can see that you've already got a few pest issues, bit of a pigeon problem.
Obviously feeding chickens, weeds, it does attract pigeons. It's getting to the point now, with that many pigeons,
Right.
they're not bothered about the chickens and the will start coming down.
I think there's about 50 plus. They are ingressing in and quite cheeky about it.
And they're becoming less and less phased of humans.
They don't even need to go into the city centre now for food because they've got such a good source here.
Of course, it costs us quite a bit of money to actually pay for the seed and
That's,
keep the
yeah, because obviously you're not just feeding your chickens,
That's it.
you're feeding this pigeon population. I mean, I like grubbing around because I were a grubby kid. It's like doing your detective work just to, you know, sort out what the problem is and everything. Oh. Aha. More rat droppings. Look at that. That is fresh. So that tells me that they're quite active underneath this floor. It's just an ideal situation for them because they've got somewhere to live and a source of food nearby.
There was a hole in this door.
Right, okay.
And it had been chewed to over 3 times the size overnight.
Right, okay.
Now, I had ducklings in here. In the morning, there's 3 in there and there was no sign of them. Not even feathers.
Right, okay. So it's an area that needs monitoring, really.
If you put food in for them inside overnight to keep the pigeons off, then you've got the rats.
Yeah, so you've got...
And vice versa, so...
Yeah, you've got dual problems going on, haven't you? I think you'll find it quite interesting to see what's been going on.
They look so cute.
Yeah.
They're all starting to appear now.
Yeah.
The infestation is really bad. And even though sometimes rodenticides are unpleasant to use, it may be that's the way forward.
I prefer a slightly more organic way than poisoning the rats.
And the farm promotes looking after animals, and we don't like to hurt or harm any kind of animals.
No.
It's just working out now the best way to do it.
We like to be green, and you know, rats, they are vermin, and as much as they are a problem, I want it to be done quickly and humanely as possible.
The problem is quite bad. I think it's got out of hand, and it will take quite a while to control it.
Oh, look, beautiful view. I've come to Tintern in Monmouthshire to meet an expert in bedbug behaviour and management. Charlotte's definitely got bedbugs in her bedroom and in the living room. She's already had an insecticidal spray treatment and the bedbugs have returned. They're persistent little creatures. Hopefully he'll have the answers for me. Oh, wow. Is it safe to come in without
It is safe,
clothing?
Yeah. It's fairly safe.
They can't live without feeding, so
no,
what
I have
do
to
you
feed them myself. In fact, I have to feed some now, so I can show you how I do it.
Oh, okay, that'd be interesting.
So you can see here's some pots of bugs they're already packed in. There's a couple of hundred. And I just strap them to my arms. These pots have just a fine mesh on the bottom, so the bugs can't escape. They can feed through the mesh. I've fed tens of thousands of them, obviously, and my immune system's just stopped responding.
Stop responding. You're experimenting on yourself.
After 15 years of doing it, it feels completely normal.
Do you think you'll be partially bedbug by the time they...
Perhaps so, yeah.
They look like they're really feeding well there.
Okay, they look like they're about done now. So you can see it's left my arm looking a little bit red.
So in my work in North London, I've been having a frequent problem in callbacks. Why do you think I'm failing?
Are you using an insecticide?
Yes.
Well, what we're seeing is the insecticide resistance is becoming a really big problem. I've set up a little experiment. I'm just going to put 10 bed bugs into each of these dishes, and these dishes are all lined with a filter paper which has been treated with an insecticide. So what I expect to see tomorrow is that these will have died. And if these haven't died, then I know there's a problem with my experiment. And then the question is, have the newly collected bugs died or not?
Hello.
Oh, good morning, Imogen. Come in. I was just taking a look at our experiment. The insecticide is a neurotoxin, so it affects their nervous system and it tends to paralyse them. And I'm happy to say that they look very sick today. They're either dead or dying for the most part. They're actually very happy. They're running around. They'd live on here indefinitely, I think.
So this is the same formula of insecticide that I use.
That's right.
And they're still alive. They're running
They
around.
are, yeah.
So that's why I feel I've been doing a job that's been a failure. It's a waste of time. That's really depressing. So if insecticides don't work, what is the hope for the future?
People are already using heat treatments, steam and vacuuming, and these kind of physical treatment options are impossible for bugs to evolve resistance to.
Well, I feel quite depressed by my meetings today. Therefore, with Charlotte's bedbug problem, I'm going to go back to Claire, who manages Alfie the dog, and ask her to arrange a heat treatment.
Has he become a dad?
Yes, we've got 8 pups now.
8 pups, yeah.
I want to keep one, but my husband won't let me.
You need to keep one.
I might say to him, if you don't let me keep a pup, I think we need to have another baby then.
That's a good idea. I think Rich, I think he comes from farming stock, right, sounds of it.
So he knows what the crack is then, really?
Yeah, he does. But it doesn't like things to be killed.
As much as I don't like rats, I don't particularly like to want to poison them. I'd rather it was done quickly and humanely.
I do kind of get this, but it's vermin, and they've got to understand that at the end of the day, that vermin can carry disease as well for their animals.
That's it. And then here, this is where compost heap starts. And you can see where they're running through. Lee's having a good root round up there, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh my
look.
God. All
Yeah.
underneath here.
Yeah.
They've had a takeaway, look.
Yeah.
The rat problem is still as bad. We caught one yesterday.
Oh, Jesus. Rat's nest. Janet! What? Got a rat's nest here, love. Look.
He's having a good dig now. Oh! Whoa, whoa, good lad. Yoo-hoo, good lad.
Told you there was one there, you don't lie.
I'll go get a bag for this one.
That one rat there and how rapidly that could have bred.
Exactly.
And how quickly just that one's gone. They've just been allowed to take over too much, haven't they?
Yeah, because of the fact that they don't really like using rodenticide. But you can't let it get like this. It's a public area, is this?
It's the only way to gain control back.
Yeah. Hiya, you okay? Right, the population size is so bad. I mean, we've seen lots of evidence today, haven't we?
Yeah. Right, okay.
They've got that area there, which is so, you know, nice for them. It's like a 4-star hotel.
The population you've got at the moment, it's not an acceptable level, is it?
No, not really. We need to use rodenticide. Because it's really your only solution to the problem. I know it's not what you want to hear.
I mean, I'm not 100% on it, but if it needs to be done, then that's the route we'll have to take.
We don't like putting pesticides down anywhere. We don't like using chemicals on the farm, but at the same time, we've got to manage this problem.
This is mainly what I use for rats. So what I'm going to do is load it up with block bait. This is a lockable station that stops other species getting in.
She's the expert at the end of the day, and if that's the only way, then that'll have to be the way.
Come out, girls. Come on, come on, come on. It is a bit of tough love, you know, and it's the only option that we've got to get it under control.
Oi, monkey! Go away!
We're on the same wavelength. We both had similar backgrounds. Angie worked with the father on a farm. You know, I worked with my dad.
Most people like looking through, you know, clothes catalogue a lot, but I don't. I actually get excited at looking through pest control catalogue.
And we just rub off along each other nicely.
Are we on it?
Yeah, we're on. Job's a good one.
One, two, three, lift. Okay. Well, today, having taken advice from one of my heroes in the bedbug world, we're going to do a heat treatment. We're going to raise the temperature within Charlotte's flat up to 60 degrees. Claire has offered to show me exactly how they do the treatment, so I can learn how to do it.
Rotate that.
Yeah.
And this is where the air will come out from. Every insect will have a thermal death point. Bedbugs is 46 degrees Celsius. Treatment all works, as long as you get up to that temperature that kills them.
The customers have had to leave the premises. Oh wow, look at that. What a setup.
This is the boiler.
Yeah.
And the boiler will heat up the hot water, push it through these pipes that will go up into the house, and then that will heat up the radiators.
Should have brought my gardening gloves with me to put on. Break my fingernails. Heato.
Seeing more of a male role because it is physically demanding.
Good thing I did all that rowing at university.
Turn it upwards. There we go. They're not a bad pest, they're just a pest that feeds from blood. Because they come into your bed and they invade your privacy, and your bed is where you relax, it makes you feel really uncomfortable.
It's your personal space, and yeah, you feel, people would feel actually filthy, don't they? They feel contaminated in some way. This is worse than steam, this heat. This permeates every pore, doesn't it? Yeah. It's really unpleasant. They must be really resilient, these bed bugs. I mean, it just proves what a hard individual they are to get rid of. Fresh air. I'm sure you get it when you're going in. You're slightly less capable because you're female.
It's not that people say things I wouldn't say. It's just sort of a certain look they give. They're a bit surprised when a woman turns up at the door.
You really know about the pest sort of thing, yeah.
Ready to go in?
Yep, let's go. Well, wonderfully, we're at the end of 24 hours of heating this property.
So the only thing living in here now is us.
Just, thank goodness. Yeah, the beauty of this treatment is every stage of the life cycle will have been exterminated.
I'm happy to be home. I'm not looking forward to making the bed up and all those jobs, but it's been a success.
I feel tired, hot, relieved to be at the end of these bed bugs. I mean, extreme pests call for extreme measures. You see you then, mind the bed bugs don't bite.
Part of the bedtime routine after you've had a wash, cleaned your teeth, got your nightwear on. And then I go on the moth hunt. There's one on the wardrobe. I've never been obsessive about things like this. Right, these are some moths that I've caught, and I actually feel I'm getting a bit obsessive. And then just down from it is one of the larvae.
I'm not sure of the extent of the damage that's been done yet, so we'll have to have a look in the level of infestation we're looking at.
And our little friend is just about to scarp it, but I've got him.
Textile moth is quite a popular pest now in the UK. It's quite persistent as well, if left untreated.
They've had a right little munch at that as well.
And once the damage is done, it's done.
Baby wipes are great. Hello, yes.
I'm Ange.
How do you do?
Nice to meet
Hi,
you.
please come in.
Thank you. Oh yeah, they've had a really good munch down there, haven't they? Oof. See, something people don't do on a regular basis is obviously pull the bed out, which I do. I can't be bothered because it's hard work, isn't it? But you can see all the damage. It's still wrapped up with the carpet fibres all mixed in. It's actually the stage where they go into a pupa, and that's when the moth is seeing them emerging, but by the time that happens, the damage is done.
Oh my carpet's gone.
It's threadbare, isn't it? Definitely.
Yeah. You just start to think, where are they? Where are they coming from? How am I going to get rid of them? And you almost go into like panic mode.
Yeah, I understand totally. That's what's in your carpet.
You're joking. Was that on the bed then?
That's, yeah.
Oh, Ange.
I'm sorry to deliver this, but obviously you've got a pretty big moth problem.
Oh, that's what they actually look like. Oh, no. Like out of a horror film. I actually feel quite traumatised by it.
It's not a problem, don't worry. I'll get rid of the problem.
Oh, thanks.
That's what you've got to remember, I will get rid of this problem.
It's an infestation, and you just think, well, how many other people have got it and just don't even realise?
What's going on here? I can't even dress myself this day. It's a bendia carb. It basically messes with the nervous system of the insect. This insect can hide anywhere in cracks and crevices. Well, I'll give Anne a ring and then arrange to come back in about 10 days' time.
Hello, Ange, how are you coming?
Thank you. Right then, how have the moths been?
One was back last night. It was up there.
Right.
And this wardrobe, you can shift it.
It looks like a permanent one to me. I thought it was fitted.
Yeah, but you can shift it. Well, there was a lot down there initially, but there doesn't look like there's anything there.
I'm chuffed to bits. I am at the moment. I really am. Cat, this is where it was horrendous.
Anything?
No.
No,
yeah. This was a really bad room for them. I noticed that, and especially around the bed area. I was really upset at what damage they'd done to your poor carpet. So, you know, the next step is to do another treatment on the property. But as far as I'm concerned, we've pretty much nailed it.
Absolutely delighted. I mean, I think Angela's done a fabulous job. It became her problem, not my problem anymore. I mean, it's just something so small can do so much damage.
Hiya, Dad, it's only me.
Oh, hello, Janet.
I've rung you because I need to run a bit of stuff by you.
Right.
It's good advice from him. What he said is to actually put a net over. I always get good advice off my dad because it's like second nature to him. So I'm glad that I've rung him. Because everybody keeps asking about you, you see, and they keep saying, how's your dad doing, you know? And I think they think you've dropped off planet sort of thing. Does my dad good to come out on site. He don't want to do long days, so I tend to take him more to the local work what we have. And he enjoys it as well. That's yours.
Right. I told her when she wanted to go into pest control, I said, come on then, I'll show you how to do it.
All right, over here to office. I mean, we rub off on each other really, really well because we spent so many years working together.
There was that one that went there and this one at the door. Funny enough, once they saw what we were doing, they thought she was getting better than me.
It's just been like old times and we've had a really, really good morning.
This is where I got a bucket of pest thrown on me.
I really do miss working with my dad because of the relationship, what we had together, and we worked well together.
Are you proud of Janet?
Always have been, since she was born, definite.
Hi, Keith.
Hi, Janet.
Nice to meet you finally.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
I know it's... Let me get up here.
What we'll do, we'll see if we can get it straight over the top of this.
Right. What I'm looking at is how these pigeons are watching what we're doing.
I think it'll definitely solve the pigeon problem. They will try to find the ways in, but I think they'll find it pretty difficult.
Yeah, it's looking good though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the pigeons are hungry already.
No.
Yeah.
Well, they've been
Oh,
watching. Working with Keith today, I've had a really, really good day. I can't wait to tell my dad about him, actually. And so I've been working with a man today that, you know, reminds me of you when me and you used to work together.
Hello.
Hi, Andrea. You all right? Yeah?
Been in a little tent.
I know. What do you think?
It's great. It's definitely going to solve the problem.
Yeah, well, I think so, because I've been watching them and they are very bemused about it because they're now wondering how they're going to get some food tonight. They've come down and they're looking and thinking, what we're going to do, what we're going to do. So, yeah, I'm really, really pleased with it.
When Janet told us about the netting, I just thought, well, what a simple idea. I wish we'd thought of it before, really, because, you know, we don't want to hurt the pigeons. We don't want to do anything that's going to, you know, cause them any stress.
Job well done. People think that pest control is all about killing things, but as you can see, there's lots of other methods.
The last time I was here, there was one garden that I couldn't get into and it looked very unkept. I'm coming back today, see if I can get in there and have a chat to the homeowner. With any luck, I can get in and have a look round the garden because I think it could be the source of the problem. Not sure if I heard something. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, my name's Deborah. I'm a pest controller. I'm just in the area. I've been called out by one of your neighbours because they've got a problem with rats in their garden. And I'm just going round all the neighbours just to see. I want to find the source of the problem. And I just wonder whether you'd allow me to have a look in your garden and just see if there's anything in your garden that might shed some light on it.
Yep. Okay.
Thank you very much. Okay, you're quite overgrown here.
Okay.
Is that window permanently open?
No. Well, during the summer it is, yes. Both
Okay, because it would be nothing for a rat to run up here and go in through there.
Really?
Yeah, no problem at all.
If you want to go in and have a scrabble around, feel free.
Looking at this, you should have a huge rat problem in here. But I can't smell anything.
No.
I can't see any evidence.
Truth of the matter is, if you can't cope with it, you don't cope with it. And so I just shut it off. I don't see it. Obviously I fall over the rubbish.
Have you ever had any rat activity in any of the rest of the house?
No, no.
Okay.
All of this is this year's growth. None of it's earlier.
We've got garden got on top of you a bit this year.
Well, both I and the wife have had illness. I had what you might call an episode while cutting down the trees. I thought, I'd better go and see the quack. He shocked me and said he thought I had a heart attack. Dear, dear, don't have to cut you down to size.
Got a lot of clutter in here, but...
all good stuff.
OK. I trust you.
I know it might look like clutter to a lady, but it's all good stuff. This is a good solid shed, though. It's made from shiplap. It's not like this other thing, which is feather edge.
Mm-hmm. No, it's fine. Now, this one will be more interesting, won't it?
You're not going to get in there, are you?
It absolutely stinks of rat activity.
Oh.
There's droppings all over the place. You've got a lovely piece of insulation in here, which I think I'm quite enjoying.
Insulation?
And that, as you can see, has been quite nicely chewed.
Yeah, yeah, well, the mice tend to do that sort of thing as well.
Yeah, that's a little bit bigger than mouse, though.
OK.
It's quite possible there's rats in there. I just want to see if we can help this guy to clear up this problem. If there are any rats in here, they're going to run straight down into everybody else's gardens. So they're going to have more of a problem before we can improve it. We've got a lot of work to do in here. How would you feel about us coming in and cutting all this back down for you?
I can't, so I suspect you can't.
OK. Is it something we could try and...
We'll see.
At the moment, he's a little bit apprehensive. He doesn't know me, so let's keep our fingers crossed. And with any luck, he'll let me come back. We'll get some skips in and really clear this place up, because this is the source. And without dealing with the source, everybody else is still going to have a problem.
What's he doing?
Wedging me in.
It's in men drivers. All the same. Selfish.
And you're ready for action, aren't you, Alfie? You know something's kicking off today, yeah? And he looks like buttermilk melting his mouth. What we're going to do is move the compost heap today. It is giving them a really good source of cover, and obviously there's food in there as well. We think the rats are living in there and hopping across over to the farm. By moving it, we're going to disturb them.
It'll smell nice tonight again, isn't he? He's going to have his work cut out today. We could lose some today because it's just such an area they can bolt to, but we'll just have to see how he reacts. I tell you what, Janet, it don't smell healthy up here. Jesus.
See, I think they're going to be on the top, aren't they?
What they'll do is, rats always do it, I've noticed on most rat jobs where I've moved stuff, is they sit to the last. They really do. I should have bought a deck chair and just sat down and waited. He's not as bothered as what he was last time here, nowhere near. Me and Janet put them rat boxes here, and I'm sure that they would have kicked in and done the job, to be honest.
How's it going?
I reckon you've bleeding nailed them with the bloody poison. I said to Richie, if we don't move it, it's just going to get absolutely hammered in winter with rats, because it's warm.
I'll tell you what we've noticed today. We've not had much rat activity.
No.
That's all, have we?
It's definitely dropped off.
Yeah, I've only seen one over since you were last here.
Right, so that's
and that was down on the water. I can live with them living down there. Yeah.
I'm really, really chuffed with the result that we've had from this place. It's, you know, more visually seen and running around during the daytime like they were doing. So Richie's happy, and that's all that matters at the end of the day.
The work that they have done, it's vast improvement from what it was. And we've always tried to control a little bit, but, you know, sometimes you need experts in, so it's been good.
You never know what's going to happen with pest control, but with the treatments that we've been using, we've been really successful. So this is it, every day is different, every job's different as well. And this has been a good one and a really, really good result.
Do you know Ros, who's at the back there?
No, I don't.
How often do you get together with your neighbours or talk to your neighbours?
We don't really. We were all busy working, you know.
Morning, Rod.
Morning.
How are you this morning?
A bit bleary-eyed.
Ready for a clear-up?
That would be good. I was acutely aware that I may have caused all my neighbours these problems with the rodents. I was embarrassed at the thought that that's what happened.
It's going to be a very big day today. I've hired in 3 gardeners to come in and help, but there's so much to do, we're going to be lucky to get it all done. Rod, how do you feel about us getting rid of the glass?
A lot of glass, very heavy, very difficult to, you know.
There's some serious rat feces in there. What did you want to keep the football for?
Kids to play with.
OK, I want you to bear in mind,
Yeah?
rats continuously urinate. While they're urinating, they're walking and they've got a long tail. That urine will get wiped onto the football. And you see all these brown marks? That's what that is.
Enough said. Bin. It's all these bags of books.
You're saving that, are you?
Yep.
If you're using them, they have been urinated all over. Smell it.
Well, my noses are good.
Good luck.
Do you think it's got nasties in there?
I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. But well done.
I'll take your advice.
How'd you do.
Oh, you live out the back somewhere?
I live the house with the roof windows in.
Oh, right, right. Now, we've lived here 35 years, and I've never seen him, let alone met him before. And that's pretty shattering, really, because he's only just there, isn't he? Just over that fence.
Yes, it's nice to meet Rod, and I was only too pleased that we could help him sort the problem out.
Have you met Rod?
No, I haven't. Pleased to meet you.
Hi, I'm Sam, Nathaniel.
Dave's the name, or Brucey. I live in that house there with the roof windows.
Oh, hello, Dave. Yeah, I'm your neighbour.
You're my neighbour, which side?
Down that way.
Oh, you're from the game.
Yes, I am, yeah.
Oh, pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you after all these years.
Oh, I got a body
Oh, well done.
right in the bottom of the shed there. And I've also found where they were coming into your shed. There's a lovely little hole in the corner here where they've chewed up through the bottom. So actually, if we could remove this shed, it'd be even better because they're probably living underneath it. This will save you a job later.
Oh!
Guys, we're going to move this pagoda down.
Which way are we going to go?
What are we actually going to...
I think.
Yeah, I don't think this one's going to come up. Things I really like is that the neighbours have come together, because none of these guys even knew each other before. They're all now chatting, and they've got a communal problem. It's going to be so much easier to deal with.
216!
Hey!
It's the modern way, isn't it? When I lived in a village when I was younger, everybody knew everybody. But these days, we lock ourselves in our own little boxes and never get to know the people next door, really.
Yeah, some of the neighbours, I wouldn't even know if I passed them in the street. I wouldn't. Sincerely, I wouldn't. I know one now.
Looks a bit clearer, doesn't it?
It looks a bit different, doesn't it?
It's now a big open space, so rats won't want to run across here quite so much. I think we've gone a long way to sort of clearing up the source of the problem here.
Oh, it's made me tired just watching you. You know, I just take one look at it before and think, oh, I can't do that. You know, walk away, leave it, forget it. It's very easy to forget problems.
I think we'll actually clear this problem up, and it's never been cleared before. So I think by doing this, it'll get sorted.
Well, it's true what they say, isn't it? If you want a job done, get a woman at it, because she's a brill. She's a brill girl.
These damn moths, they have been driving me to distraction.
This is quite serious.
Oh my goodness me.
That's a lot of rats, Will.
I hate the thought of running up with trousers like this. Ugh.
Good lad, get on it!
I don't know, they just make my skin crawl.
We have something in our belfry.
They're most certainly honeybees. I've never actually removed a bee colony before, so let's see how it goes.
It's a little one, it's all right. It's only a little one.
I see all the blotches.
It makes me feel horrible.
No.
They're the most despicable creatures that you could imagine. They're coming out of the towels.
No word of a lie, probably 20 to 25 rats on that grass in the middle of the night.
There's no doubt about it, we've got an infestation.
We are at war with pests.
said I'm a rat catcher. Well, I nearly choked on his pint.
Just pop it on over my face and you won't hear me again, OK?
I haven't had a rat escape my clutches yet.
This is good for us to see.
Every case is like a detective story.
It's time to start the eviction.
I really do not like rats. I hate the thought of them running up with trouser legs. Ugh. I think I'd cry my eyes out if that happened. Dirty, horrible things, aren't they? Can I have a look at this shed? Not keen on that.
Will doesn't like rats, full stop. He's absolutely terrified of them. Some men are like that. And obviously women are as well. It's not just men, but some people tell me it's the tails, and some people say it's the way they move.
Ugh, that's as far as I'm going in there. Not keen on that. Not at all. No way.
It doesn't really bother me. I was brought up like my brother and like my dad would just treat you like you were no different from any of the other lads or whatever. You all right with this? Let's have a look. Oh dear. Oh, look at the gnawing. Oh my God, it's like dinner on a plate. How long has it been like this?
Couple of months.
And that's it? And they've done this in that time?
Yeah.
You've got straw bales, which are providing nesting material for the rats, which is absolutely ideal. Then we've got food source, obviously potatoes. They've got everything they want.
This is the worst bit.
Suck it in, suck it in.
No.
Ooh, smells ratty as well. Is the water readily available on site as well?
There's the tap that drips
Have
at the
you
top.
caught them licking underneath it?
Yeah, every time you walk in, there's normally a couple run down the side, you know.
Look at where they've been going in and out. They're still steaming, some of the droppings are. I'm a little upset, to be honest, because it's true as it goes, is when a pest controller rolls up, there's never any rats to see. But looking at the evidence that we've got here, I'm surprised there's not, to be honest. I think what we'll do is probably set up some cameras and that so we can see what they're doing. I imagine it's like a party in here at night. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, let's see how many we got.
You see all the eyes, look?
Yeah.
Look.
Look at them.
That's a lot of rats, Will. How many of those are pregnant? I would say there's a good 50 to 100 rats here. Did you think there was that many?
No, not that many. No, they just make my skin crawl. I'm nervous standing there now, to be honest. If I don't get rid of them, they will destroy our life. There's no two ways about it. I wouldn't like to think how bad it could get, to be honest.
I'll probably set up traps and stuff and get the bait box into place.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to doing this.
Glad you are.
Are you all right with that?
I'm glad you are, because I'm not.
Well, I get excited. You don't look that enthusiastic.
No, not great. Well, I'll have to just man up a bit, won't I?
I'll hold your hand, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
It's so tiny. You see it and you know what it is. Oh. We can can see them on the towels, look. And flying away now, it's on the bathroom carpet. Oh dear. Why don't they just attack the tea towels or something like that?
I'm a scientist by training. I suppose you could say I've got a passion for insects. I have many more calls to do moths than either mice, rats, bed bugs.
These damn moths, they have been driving me to distraction.
Pests can probably smell me coming because I smell of all the other pests I've already killed. Hi, pest control. Thank you.
Irritating creatures. They're often on the roof part. You know.
I just saw one flying then.
I hate the feeling that something's flying around while I'm asleep and possibly crawling on my head.
Can't see any here. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's quite heavy.
There we go.
Oh my goodness.
So you can see here. Look at these holes in the carpet here.
There's something white here. Is that anything to...
Yes, that could be eggs, because the eggs are white and sticky, and these are all the caterpillars here.
Oh my goodness.
Can you see it wriggling?
I would never have imagined that these were actually living creatures.
here.
It's really quite frightening.
Can you see that it's got a darker head, a white body?
Yeah.
So that's how you recognise the caterpillar of the clothes moth. This is the moth's poo. It's gritty.
Oh yes.
You see?
I just thought, oh, it's just
No.
dust.
Where the legs of furniture and the bits where your vacuum cleaner would miss is where they would lay their eggs. The adults you've got flying around are breeding and laying eggs, and it's the eggs that then develop into the terribly destructive caterpillar.
They're the most despicable creatures that you could imagine. Yeah.
Oh, look, you see, this is one
Oh, yes,
underneath.
one there.
Just-
And that's alive, look.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. I mean, I'm just horrified. This has happened very recently.
Oh, it's for a mourning coat,
yes,
for a wedding.
yes.
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness.
See? There we go.
They're alive, aren't they? They obviously like whatever this is made of.
They like to eat fibres that are based on animal material, so things like wool, cashmeres, the more precious the better.
Until some funds come in, it looks like having to be the charity shops to replenish my, my depleted wardrobe, but never mind.
Oh, those are eggs. This is the part of the job that's interesting, you know, investigating where is it living, where is it breeding, where's its food source.
There's a moth just flying right underneath you. It's on your jumper now. They're coming out of the towels. I don't want to have to do loads of cleaning and dusting myself. I want to be able to go away and come back to a comfortable home.
This is quite serious. For a small London flat, it's like an oasis for moths.
Oh my, oh no. That's unbelievable. Oh my goodness me. How many do you think there are?
Oh, I think you've got a fair population of moths living in your house.
Oh my goodness me. And presumably they're eating.
It's just like the hungry caterpillars. I ate 1 Chinese rug, 2 cashmere jumpers, 3 very smart waistcoats, and it goes on.
Yes. Now I'm blooming horrified. The devastation that these little creatures cause, it's amazing considering their size. I mean, if they were an army, they would wreak havoc wherever they invaded.
I'm on my way now to do a pigeon job at a castle in Northumberland. What it is with pigeons, sometimes they're not such a cut and dried job to do. They're so crafty. I love doing this job. My dad had me gassing rabbits at sort of 7-year-old. It's just my life. Every new job is a challenge, really. You know, it's just doing a bit of detective work. Hi, Jamie.
3 times a year I'll go around and I'll have a look at everything, make sure all the windows are boarded up, there's no holes that can get in.
The thing what we need to do is have a walk round and investigate.
The whole ethos of the park is about caring for the wildlife. And we've planted hundreds of trees to feed the birds. So it's ironic that we now have to look at a solution to the pigeon problem within the castle. This is the central tower, but this is where the pigeons seem to home into. It was originally a peel tower from the 1100s. The ultimate aim was to do something with the building. But before we can start work, we'll have to clear these pigeons.
So this is the main sort of area where I have problems with the pigeons. It's a top floor, and I suppose you could call it the pigeon penthouse.
Are all the windows sealed on
Yeah,
this
everything.
level? Okay.
There's 2 main front rooms here, and I think that's where the main nests are.
Hiya, girls. Coo, coo. They are the whole way around the top of the building. You can see the pigeon guano that's built upon the ledges there. This is one of the jobs that most of us dislike. It's unhealthy, and most builders would refuse to come in and do work. If I could get rid of one pest for good, it would be pigeons. I just can't do with them, me. People don't realise the damage that they do cause. If people were more aware, I think they'd look at them in a different light. This is what room?
The haunted room.
All right.
Apparently...
Not right good with ghosts, me. No, I'm not. Just had a look at the open loft hatch and there's a pigeon peeping out at me. Is the castle a listed building?
Yeah, it's list 2-star.
Right.
So it's fairly well restricted as what we can do with it, you know.
Yeah,
like
yeah. You've done a good job yourself in going round and sealing up as much as you could. But you have to look at a building and think, can I put eco-pack spikes on? Can I put netting on? You know, can I put bird-free gel on? But a building like this...
Nothing's applicable.
No, that's just it.
Yeah.
The best way forward would be to do a culling exercise.
Okay.
I had hoped for a humane way of dealing with this.
We could put the traps in, but it's a very lengthy process.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, they're still going to have to be eradicated, even if they're in the trap. With the culling exercise, it's done as quickly as possible.
I feel uncomfortable about killing anything, but then I've got to think of the future of the building. And we have to solve the problem of the pigeons before we can allow workmen to go in.
My eldest child finds it appalling that I'm a pest controller. Being a female pest controller is just the same as being a male pest controller. Anything a man can do, a woman can do, possibly better. These are what we're going to use today, an insect growth regulator, mini smoke generators. Jeffrey's infestation is far greater than either he or I had imagined. It's a fairly comprehensive treatment that's needed.
My first professional role was playing the part of Puss in the pantomime Puss in Boots, which we did in Dartford. One of the problems I've had with the moths, I found them behind the photographs in my books. Well, it isn't cluttered exactly, but I'm not into minimalism at all. If I was, I'd probably buy one of those awful places in the Barbican.
Hello, how are you, Coco?
I'm just getting ready to take him out.
You're going to go for a walk while I do the work. So the plan is I'm going to spray throughout the flat with an insecticide and an insect growth regulator. And then I'll set off some smoke bombs. And then I'll leave.
Right, that sounds okay. I thought he must have been having a nibble at the carpet. And then I said, Coco, have you been doing this? And I said, that's not very nice, is it? Well, he doesn't understand, of course. And then the moth situation reared its ugly head, and Coco's been completely exonerated of blame. Well, see you later then. Come on, Coco. There's a good boy.
I'm going to spray on the carpet underneath and the one on top on both sides. We had found quite a problem in here, didn't we? The chemical will be composed of carbamate insecticide mixed with an insect growth regulator. It prevents an insect developing in the way that it ought to. It's like having a child. The baby can't become a toddler, the toddler can't become an infant, the infant can't become a fully grown child, and then you can't get a teenager, so that's wonderful. Moths are hard to kill because if one leaves a single viable egg, you can quite soon have a new population. I've come back to put moth pheromone detectors in place. It releases a female pheromone, so the male moths are attracted to it.
This has been a nightmare with the moths. I'm a little bit concerned that because there's so many, you know, getting rid of them could be a bigger problem than perhaps I realise. We shall just have to wait and see.
Plan of action is to put the rat traps down and see what we can catch tonight. It's just because of the rat urine, to protect my hands, obviously. And I've been doing it 12 years now, and I'm not about to get a disease now, I'll tell you that. They don't look a very big trap to say how big the rats are, but they are very, very effective. They're called T-Rexes, obviously, because of that. Rah. Put some chocolate flavours on, give them a bit of dessert tonight, I think. Right, I'm going to put this on this ledge. So when Rodney comes along, snatch. Let's put one here. They seem pretty comfortable down here. They've chewed all this up as well. There you go. Look at the size of them droppings there. With traps, you should really check them every day. You've got to make sure it's humanely destroyed. That's what matters. Let's put that there. Let's see what we get. It may be tricky because there's still a good food source in here and they're so used to it, and that's all they know of is potato and grain at the moment. But let's see if they can get lured in by a bit of chocolate.
You doing?
Stop telling me how to drive. Stop telling me how to drive.
Hey, watch my van and all.
Never mind watch me van, it's my van. We don't often tell people that we're mother and son. I've told him he hadn't to call me mum at work, he's to call me Janet.
You're going to go left? Be quicker if you go left.
Are you telling me which way to go again?
Yeah, instead of taking scenic route, yeah.
No, we'll go round back late.
No, go left. I have a lot of fun at work, and it's mainly down to working with Mum. But we can wind each other up quite easily, really. I told you we should have gone left, you know.
I'm dead proud of our Tim, really. We both know how each other works, and we rub along nicely.
Tell you what, Janet, it's getting darker.
Well, they've shown me this haunted room.
Oh, great.
Oh, I know,
great.
I know.
Why did you tell me that? Janet! I'll be pooing my pants now.
Angie's a good shot, Tim's a good shot. 2 hands are better than 1. I know Anne's not comfortable about shooting, so I've asked her to just keep out of the way.
There's droppings everywhere.
They're all hiding.
Just shine it round here a minute.
Yeah. We'd get better results with doing a cull at night time, mainly because the pigeons are a bit more complacent.
Got one. Didn't hit that at all. Bag it, Janet.
One just here, right behind you.
There's 2 there, look. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, on that ledge.
You want me on it?
You take that, yeah.
What we use is a 2-2 air rifle, which is what is recommended.
Gotcha.
Got it.
They're so bloody devious.
They're hiding. We've got quite a few, I think 10 or 12.
Is that the haunted room?
I ain't going in there. You can forget it. I don't get paid enough. Is this the loft?
Yeah, this is where I came out of this room, and as I looked up, a pigeon stuck its head out.
I think that's tomorrow's job.
I'll go back in the morning and check that area out. I'm back at Barmore. I particularly want to go up into the loft space of the haunted room. They're down there somewhere.
This is an entry point. This is how they're getting in.
My customers are all detached houses in the middle of nowhere, which makes my job very pleasurable. Recently, the most common thing I've been doing is wasp nests. They're coming in thick and fast. Hello.
Hi, Deborah.
I hear you have a wasp nest.
Yes, they've taken over the owl box.
That's an impressive nest.
Yeah.
Do you know how long it's been there?
I only noticed it literally 3 days ago.
Okay, I'm going to treat the nest with a powder. It doesn't kill them instantly, but it will make them very angry. As soon as my little nozzle goes anywhere near that nest, you've got about 30 seconds and they will attack whatever they find. I'm getting out the way before they get even more angry.
That's the skylight, and they're going in and out there?
Yes. You've got a few thousand wasps in there. Fingers crossed.
Yes.
We'll get it in one go.
Super duper.
I like to do things right. I don't like to fail. Anyone says that a woman can't do pest control, I'd say I'm living proof that they can. I love animals, and I'm much more of an animal lover than I am wanting to go out and terminate them. I think every animal has a reason for being on the planet, but when they come into contact with humans' houses or property, and humans can't live with them, then they have to go. Good boy. Back to work now. I've just been called up to a church. They've got something buzzing in their belfry. I suspect it's possibly going to be wasps or bees. If it is bees, it will be a very big job, a very long job, but it will be very interesting.
We have something in our belfry. I don't think it's bats. Problem is we needed to have it re-roofed, and we discovered that there is some infestation in there, whether it's wasps, bees or something flying, so we need to get rid of whatever it is, basically so that we can do the re-roofing, and we don't want people being stung.
Can you show me where they are?
Well, they are actually up in the top of the bell tower above the bells.
That's a very active nest. Right, let's see what we can see. They're most certainly honeybees. They're very small, brown, quite fluffy, whereas wasps would be much more yellow and black. Honeybees are not protected, but there are limited numbers of them now, so we don't destroy them unless we absolutely have to. So I'm going to need to call in beekeepers to come and help. A little apprehensive. I've never actually removed a bee colony before, so let's see how it goes.
It's time to have a look at some of the rat traps. Oh dear, not one in here, lot. Well, we got 7 or 8 rats out, But it's got to the point now where I'm not catching as many. If you've used trapping methods before and they know what they are, they will avoid a rat trap. So the best way of getting rid of these rats on this site will be the dogs. If you think a dog's jaw is like a backbreaker trap, as soon as the rat pops out, the dog's on it, snap, bang, done with. Good boy. Thirsty, come on.
I am terrified of it. I'm not looking forward to this. Normally stand well out of the way.
Don't grab hold of me.
I'm not going to grab hold of you, I'm going to run.
He doesn't seem very happy about it, but hopefully he'll stick with me and he don't run out the building and leave me with it all to do on my own.
Oh, this is horrible, this, isn't it? I took my socks and some trackers because I don't want them running up my legs. It's just when they come near you, I just think they're going to run at me, you know what I mean?
We're actually trapped in here now.
I know that. Don't you think I already realised that?
There's no backing out. It's come through your side, Will.
Here, Jinx, here.
Where did it go?
Back down there in one of them there.
Go!
Yes. Get it, Jinx, get on it. Go on, Gail, get on it. Hey, we've had the first one.
Get ready, because we are behind there.
Oh, no, this is horrible. This is going to come all my way, these are.
Whoa, go on.
Here, Jinx, here.
Alfie! Good lad, get on it!
Yes, good boy. Oh, don't push them towards me.
Good! Good boy. Get ready.
Tell him to shake the bale where that wet patch is, and I'm sure I've seen something move. Told ya, I knew I'd seen one.
There's one there! Alfie!
Yeah, get it. Good.
There's 10 round there, isn't there?
Yeah.
12, 13, 14, that's 15 rats. And I've already caught 9 rats.
Yeah.
And I've got a feeling there's quite a lot of rats in this bit. Ready, Will?
I'm ready.
Why are you up there?
What?
Sit down. Oh my God, the size of that one.
Jinx, here. Here, Jinx. Here. Here, it's behind you.
Good boy, Boo-Boo, bring it to Mummy. What a successful day. I'd say we've cleared plenty of rats out, nearly 40. So I'm quite chuffed with that job. We're going to have a continuous baiting plan around this area of the buildings because it's always going to be a food source building. Make sure that obviously it doesn't reinfest to that level again. It will surprise me on how he coped with it. He coped with it really well.
Happy about that. Not going to go in there, worry about rats running across my feet. Hopefully that'll be the last of them. We'll start using it again for something now. Get ready for next year.
Oi! Alf, in this truck. Good boy. Oh, he's tired. Come on. Oh. Good boy, on your bed.
Hi, it's Imogen. Thank you. You've seen less moths actually flying around.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Let's go and look at all the monitors, see how many are trapped on each one. This is the way we can see exactly how many are remaining and whether we need to do something else to pick up the remnants. Have you seen many in your bedroom?
Not a significant number, no.
Oh, that's very good. because actually the bedroom was quite badly infested.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There's nothing dead here, and there's...
Oh, fantastic. And there were about 7 or 8 moths in there.
Yeah, there's none. Absolutely none at all. Oh, Imogen. You're letting me down. You're not putting those tide layers in.
Oh, I'm
But it's
sorry,
all right, I'll do it later.
So this area wasn't sprayed with the insecticide and the insect growth regulator. We only did the smoke bomb because of the computer and the work surfaces, and there was lots of stuff up here. I didn't want to spray with an insecticide.
I have noticed that a few moths have been up here.
38 moths, showing us that there's much more activity up here, which I expected. I think what I should do is I should vacuum everywhere up here that I can reach. And then I might use a fogger up here, which is an insecticide, which is actually organic, so that you're not actually going to be poisoned by it. Little droplets coming out. It should be just making things wet. I've got a larder of things that I could use against clothes moths, and I'm not sure any of them are successful on their own. If this doesn't do it, I don't know what will.
Judging by what Imogen's done today, I've just got to remain hopeful that we'll see the end of the moth problem. The only thing that I am really conscious of now is that since the initial treatment, I've been talking to various people, as one does, in the local area, and it seems that these clothes moths are pretty prevalent around here at the moment.
Look at these, I found my vintage sunglasses. Look at these.
I had them on the other day.
You've had my glasses on?
Yeah.
Okay, vintage these are, they're good, aren't they? We're back at Barmoor today. We've got a cherry picker on site. Yesterday. See that one there?
See that? Yeah, where it's been bricked up.
They're there now, they're there, look, look, look. It's just come waddling out. The sneaky little tinkers.
There's an hole to the side, to the left. There's a hole at the top. We check this window halfway down. This is that window that we thought where they were getting in at the side, isn't it?
Yeah.
And look, there's no holes in there. You know what I mean? It's sealed up, yeah. Oh, look at that. Perfect for them. So we need to get a good bit of mesh in there.
It's quite a strong mesh. It'll fit compacted into the hole.
So that's going right in. That should hold them out, that.
It's in good nick, isn't it?
Yeah. The roof is sealed. There's no, is there?
No. No, these are well sealed. Yeah, just have a look at this one, yeah, because I just want to get my hand in, see what I can see. That'll do, mate. No, yeah, you're right. It's just blocked off.
We think that they were getting in across that loft space above the haunted room. Because there's no loft hatch on, we think they're dropping down and walking into Pill Tower that way.
So you've sealed that off now, Janet? So
Well, we've sealed it off from the outside area. We've put the mesh in.
Right.
The best thing to do is to watch. And this is what I want you to do now, once we leave. I'd like you to go in and see if there is any inside.
Next couple of days is going to be the real test, isn't it?
It is. Fingers crossed.
Looks like a good-sized swarm. One of the most active ones I've seen. What's the worst that could happen up there?
If you can smell lemon or banana smell, that's a clear sign that the colony is getting agitated. And it's always best then to back off.
I'm quite happy just to keep still and keep calm at this stage anyway. Maybe if they're seriously buzzing around me, that might change, and I shall just back off gracefully.
There's a significant amount of bees just in this area here.
How many nests do you think there may be?
We believe there's up to 4.
Oh, look at that. That's pretty impressive.
The colony's pretty much contained in that area there. In a colony, you would have several thousand worker bees, which are all female. You'd have a few hundred drone bees, which are males, and 1 queen bee. If we can find the queen, the bees will follow wherever she goes. We try to save as much of this brood comb as we can.
What is a brood?
It's where they lay their eggs, which then hatch into larvae.
A bit like a maternity wing.
Exactly. Try not to cut any deeper than about 1 inch because there could be another layer behind here.
The bees are buzzing around us, but they're not attacking us. And considering we are really attacking their home, that's very impressive.
Oh, there's the queen. She's there.
Oh, I see her.
Very gently. So I'm going to put her into this thing here. And now we have a queen.
Fantastic.
And that pops in next to that. This isn't a beehive in here, and this contraption on the top and the bottom allows us to use a hoover to suck up the bees as if you were doing your normal housework, and the bees will end up inside in there, totally unharmed. It's suck it and see.
You can feel them going up the tube. So even though the hoover's coming down onto them, they're not trying to fly away from it. How many bees do you think are in this colony?
Perhaps 15, 20,000.
Whoa! That's an awful lot of bees.
This is huge. Are you ready, Deborah, to get started on this one?
Yes, I think so. As ready as I'm ever going to be. So it's a lot harder than it looks. It's very tough. It feels like a rubbery sensation. I'm trying very hard not to flatten the bees. That's incredible. Not bad for a first effort. I feel absolutely shattered at the moment. It's a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be. This is the bee colony that we rescued from this side of the building, and they're going to sit in the shade for a bit before they get taken to their new home.
back at Barmore today. I've spoke to Anne and she's told me there's some pigeons back in the peel tower, much to my annoyance. We've been round and round and round the castle and I can't find any more holes.
When I checked the building, my heart sank when I counted at least 4 or 5 of them. You know, I felt really uncomfortable about having to address this issue. Now I'm getting angry.
Oh, so I can't believe they're back.
Okay, it's about, oh gosh.
Just give it a chance to settle.
Oh.
2.
Oh, I can hear another one
and there's
here.
another one, so that's 3. I just want to check in those 2 side rooms. Oh, hang on.
Oh my goodness, Janet.
There's a load.
Heaven's delight.
There's about 8. That's what pest control's like. You'll sort of think, right, I've got on top of that now. I know where I'm up to, and then suddenly something, you know, unexpected happens, and you think, what's happened here now?
That wire up there looked as if it had been pulled out.
It does, you know. I think what we need to do is get some better mesh in there. It's quite possible that's where they've been coming in and out of.
You've got to give pigeons some sort of credit. They're very resilient. If they want to get in somewhere, they'll try the hardest to get in. But my mum does not like being beaten. It doesn't matter what job it is, if she feels as though she's being beaten, she will not be happy.
It is good, and it is a bit more solid and resilient.
They're not getting through that now. Super pigeons couldn't get through that.
It's really, really secure. I'm going to pre-bait around the trap and inside the trap, and then drop the bars down so the pigeons can go in, but they can't come back out. I'm going to scrape up some pigeon guano and sort of throw that in as well, just so that the pigeons feel a little bit more at home in their own guano. It is last chance saloon, really. The secret is the way in and out, if they still have a way in and out now. Maybe they haven't, maybe these are the last ones.
Around 15 years ago, webbing clothes moths were not that common because some of the insecticides we were using, do you remember the dichlorvos, Vapona? Killed everything. You hung it up as a vapour strip.
Yeah.
Very effective. It's been banned for 12 years. And many of the other chemicals which were used as mothballs are now no longer legally allowed to be used. Obviously, we don't want to treat historic collections or materials with pesticides.
Yeah.
So the most important thing is good housekeeping.
What we basically do is take the curtains down, give them a good clean, check them at the same time.
To clean this curtain properly, would you do just the one side or both sides?
We do both sides.
Both sides.
And a lot of people put rugs on top of carpets. And the problem is, this is where the insect pests are going to go, where it's dark, undisturbed. You'll have a build-up of dirt, debris underneath there, hair, human skin, food possibly, and that is just providing that insect pest with everything it needs. So that is why it's so important to move these items and give them a thorough good clean underneath.
My customer, Jeffrey, actually had moths throughout his flat. So I've vacuumed everywhere, done an insecticidal spray, then I did permethrin smoke bomb.
Right.
I'd love to know what you think I should do now.
Well, you've been doing all the right things, but if he wants to get rid of his moths, he's got to do more hoovering, do it more regularly. People who have moths in their clothes, then really the best way of dealing with that is to put them in the freezer.
Can they put them in their own domestic freezers?
Yes, 2 weeks in a plastic bag will kill everything.
Hi, Jeffrey. How have your moths been?
It has been a whole lot better.
Would it be OK if I check the traps?
Oh, yeah, by all means, yeah.
Just one?
Yeah, it is one.
That's really good, yeah. We've got this population under control now, I hope. But what one needs to do, and you'll need to do this yourself, is to vacuum really well. Rather than just flicking the vacuum cleaner around occasionally, you need to have a regular system of vacuuming everywhere, underneath the furniture, both sides of the carpet. Any clothes about which you're worried you must put in the freezer for 2 weeks, carefully wrapped up in plastic.
And that will kill the moths.
That should
Well,
kill
larvae.
the eggs and the larvae, yes.
I shall be much more vigilant than I was. There's no way it's going to ever happen again, if I can help it. One of my failings, I haven't been doing enough of it.
I think this has been a really interesting job. I certainly think that if Jeffrey hadn't done something about his moths now, every piece of his clothing and every carpet would have been decimated.
It has been a learning curve for me, and I'm now able to actually say that I can be on top of the situation.
I'm here to see how my bees are doing after we rescued them from the bell tower. Quite strange being up here on a shopping centre. You wouldn't expect to find bees in a place like this.
More and more people are keeping bees on their roofs. We've kept these for 5 years, and actually they survive really well in a town centre and urban environment.
So where's our bee colony?
It's right over the back there in isolation, so that we can just establish absolutely that there's no disease before we introduce them too close to our own bees.
Oh gosh, look, there's hundreds of them. They don't even look that concerned that they've been moved.
No, they're lovely bees. We can see eggs in here, which would indicate the queen's in here, alive and well and doing her job. Now, if you touch bees with the back of your hand, they will just gently move, and that way we can check the queen's not snuggled in underneath. Can you see? Oh, I can.
You can?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I can. She's down on the right-hand side. We have a nice healthy queen, a nice healthy colony. We've seen eggs in there. A lot of my job is actually having to terminate pests through one reason or another, and it's really lovely to have been able to rescue one for a change. This just makes it worth it, doesn't it?
All right, girlies, just be quiet. There's two in that one. There's two in there.
Check them side rooms.
Well, I can see it back end of one. How many is that?
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's all I can see.
What a result. We're quite confident that the pigeons that are in are sealed in. They're not going in and out. Let's sort these out first, then we can concentrate on any others. So what we're going to do is cull in as quick a time as we possibly can.
And that was all of them for me.
Yeah, that's what I reckon. Right, hi there.
All right.
Yeah, everything's fine. So we've had a good day today.
Right.
You can see with my beaming smile. I think we've sealed up every hole. So I think now that it's job done.
Fantastic.
But I would like you to go into the castle at least once a week, just to make sure they're out.
We are so grateful for the work that you've done. An old boss used to say to me, if you want a job done, bring in a woman, and a busy woman. And you've just lived up to that. So thank you so much.
Oh no, you're more than welcome, and I've loved my time here actually. It's been a pleasure. See you soon. Nice, it's been lovely, thank you. I do feel that we've actually sealed up everywhere and we've solved the problem. But knowing how crafty pigeons are, at some point, you know, they may find another way in.
You see this whole colony.
It makes me feel horrible. I know we only did this a few weeks back.
Oh, from outside. I think there's probably a few hundred rats here.
I'm used to this and it is grim reality. Some people just don't like the thought of anything being killed.
There could be unwelcome intruders
It's a little one, it's all right, it's only a little one.
in your home right now.
We knew that they were here.
Sealed blotches.
It makes me feel horrible.
No.
They're the most despicable creatures that you could imagine.
Britain has 18 million feral pigeons. Moth infestations have shot up by 75%.
They're coming out of the towels.
And rats are growing immune to poisons.
No word of a lie, probably 20 to 25 rats on that grass in the middle of the night.
The pests are coming.
There's no doubt about it. We've got an infestation.
On the front line,
We are at war with pests.
4 women are leading the fight.
God. I said I'm a rat catcher. Well, I nearly choked on his pint.
Working in a man's world, they're a force to be reckoned with.
Just pop it on over my face and you won't hear me again, okay?
I haven't had a rat escape my clutches yet.
Armed with specialist cameras for a close-up view of the enemy, they use all their guile to solve each mystery.
Every case is like a detective story.
Who are you going to call?
It's time to start the eviction. We knew that they were here because Daddy was the first one getting bitten, but we didn't see any of them.
It's more the fact that the kids are getting bitten.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing.
Night after night after night after night, it wears you down.
Yeah, it's right there. It's crawling on the top.
The Martin family has fallen victim to Britain's growing bedbug problem.
Is that one? No.
all efforts to get rid of them have failed.
We've gone through countless sprays of this, boiled all of the children's soft teddies, and we've now put them in bin bags in the loft. We don't know what else to do. It's got to be a case of calling people in now. Can you see any? Bed bugs are a nightmare to treat. They're the most unpleasant insect pest.
The Martins have called in Ladykiller Imogen, a trained biologist and pest control professional.
I'm happy for the animals to exist until they come inside and crawl over a baby's face. Hello.
Bedbug call-outs in the UK have doubled over the last 6 years. For Imogen, it's a routine visit.
Hello, hi, you're just in the middle of your supper. Hi, how do you do, Imogen? How do you do?
This is Sam.
Hi, Sam.
And Isabel.
Hi, Isabel.
This is Imogen. She's come to see if she can find the creepy crawlies.
I found one up on my pink curtain and one on my Huggle Buddy.
Oh dear, on the curtains and on the Huggle Buddy. That doesn't sound good.
It's more on your arm, wasn't it? Which arm was it we were looking at?
Oh yeah, look at that. They've really been walking up and down your body and eating. Can we go and start and look at your bed then, where you sleep? And yeah, let me get my implements out. What they normally like to do is to live in the seams of the mattress, really close to the people from whom they're feeding.
Oh, there's one.
Got one? Where do you see it? Yep. So that's quite full, that one.
A clean home is no deterrent to bedbugs. Their only food source is human blood.
That's been eating. That's nice and dark and red. Can I just examine the children's mattresses? Is that okay?
Bedbugs are picked up in public places on clothes and bags, then carried into the home. In 1 month, the female bug can lay up to 500 eggs.
So that's Sam's bed, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is bedbug marking. You see that dark marking there, that dark staining on the wood? That's bedbug poo there. Can you see here?
Goodness me.
Should we remove this mattress? Should we take it off so you can have a proper look and see what's going on? You see all down here, you see there are live bedbugs there. All those black marks. There's a whole colony of bedbugs.
I can't get over the scale of it.
I mean, there's more than I can actually catch. Oh, look, there's blood, Sam's blood probably on there.
It makes me feel horrible. I know we only did this a few weeks back.
And you took the mattress off, pulled it all out.
took the mattress off.
And you didn't notice these.
It wasn't there. We pulled his bed to pieces.
I didn't hear.
There was nothing there. There was no signs of them there. And the fact that there's such a large quantity of them as well, it's, ugh.
The infestation seems to have gone unchecked, despite Jess's constant spraying with insecticide.
This is the inside of Sam's sheets. Oh, no. That's the little bed bugs there living in the mattress.
Imogen, I feel like we've done so much over the last 5 months in an attempt to try and get
Here's
this.
one here.
But seeing all of these, I feel like we haven't done anywhere near enough. We haven't done a good enough job.
You've done everything that you can to rid yourself of these bed bugs. You know, you've been spraying, you've been ironing, you've been washing your clothes. I'm afraid the bed bugs that used to be killed by these chemicals are no longer being killed. Some of them are surviving, so if one pregnant female survives, you've got another generation.
Imogen's approach is to beat the pest by understanding its habits. Her special magnifying camera gives the family a better look at the tiny tormentors in their home.
Is that a full-grown adult?
Yes, that's a full-grown adult. Each of these bed bugs, they pierce your skin with their biting mouth parts. They inject a little bit of anticoagulant which makes your blood thin so they can suck it back up.
Where do you think they've come from?
I think they probably came in on a bag or a handbag, school bag maybe. This is one of the worst bedbug infestations I've seen. child has been living in a feeding ground for bed bugs, I think we need to really hit this on the head now.
I've come into the barn tonight because I just want to show you what it's like in here and the extent of the rats that we've got. They're everywhere. Can you hear them, the eating sounds? Oh, there's something in there as well. Can you see it? Some down here. Can you hear that noise?
For country girl Deborah, the nightly goings-on down at the farm have all the hallmarks of the perfect case.
I'm totally confident with rats. I've been doing them for 12 years now. I've had one run across my foot before now. They don't worry me at all, and in fact I find them quite interesting. If you get a really good rat job and you can clear it up, it's very rewarding. Hello.
Oh, hi.
I'm Deborah, you must be Jean.
Jean. Hello,
Pleased
pleased to meet you.
Jean is a retired teacher. She has her own small farm and a large problem with rats.
There, you just saw a little fellow there. Yeah, I mean, it's an awful lot for one person to do, you know, poo picking the fields, mucking out the stables. Oh, we've got rats in this one. There you are, there's a few droppings. This was completely swept out probably a couple of weeks ago. And that's even worse than when I last looked.
Oh! He's got to come out the side. That made me jump.
Yes, made me.
That was a good sized rat, actually.
Yes, yeah. Oh, there's some big ones.
There's also the smell. There's a really musty smell. Lots of rat droppings down
Yes,
here.
yes.
We've got quite a problem here. This is going to be quite an interesting job.
Oh, good. Oh, excellent. I was aware of the rats and spent time watching them and studying what they did. I mean, you know, I've got a friend that comes down here and she's like me, she's quite interested in rats, but it has got worse recently.
Jean's got the perfect environment for rats here. She's got a water source running right the way through the centre of the farm. She's got the farm building with wall cavities, and there's an awful lot of stuff around here that's just been left that they can hide under and in and round.
This is my feeding area.
Mainly ponies in here,
It is, yes. Oh, well, there's the little sheep in the end. And when I feed them, I do them 2 at a time because I can't leave the feeds out here while I'm getting animals in. It really is that bad.
You're saying that pretty much as soon as you put something on the ground, you've got rats at it?
They'll be out in 5 minutes.
Rats are mostly nocturnal and wary of being seen in the open. Seeing rats in broad daylight is a rare experience.
I've never been able to sit and just wait for rats to come out.
Really?
No.
Oh, gosh. They come out and they'll sniff around and say, this is good, and then grab something and run away. There you go.
They're not your little pets or anything. You're quite happy for them to be exterminated.
I've got respect for them.
You've got such a rat problem that the more territorial rats, the sort of higher up the pecking order, will get to the food first. And they will eat overnight, dusk, when it's safe to do so.
Yeah.
The ones that don't get that chance, they're being pushed out in broad daylight. While we're here, they're risking it. How long do you think you've had the problem here?
It's obviously built up over probably 20 years because I had infestations of mice in the past.
So you haven't had anybody come in the last 20 years?
No.
Okay. I think there's probably a few hundred rats here. I'm also quite surprised she hasn't picked up or got any bugs from them. So a lot of bait stations. There's a lot of rats here and a lot of different places to put them. So I want to make sure that there's plenty of bait down, because what you don't want on a job like this is them to run out of bait.
Deborah uses poison in lockable boxes just big enough for rats and mice to crawl into and take the bait.
Just so much mess everywhere that I'm having to move stuff to get my traps in, to get my bait in, and that's not ideal because rats don't like anything new, and every time I move something, I'm creating a different environment around them. There's 20 years of rat activity here, of them having this perfect environment, so they're breeding like mad. It's a perfect storm.
I see them mostly the latter half of the evening when it's getting dusk, all over the garden.
All my petunias, it was just my petunias that were getting eaten up. I thought it was slugs, put slug pellets down, but the cup was too clean, so I thought, well, maybe birds that's eating them.
It's a bit of a hygiene problem with them. You know, the smell of the urine and that from them, it isn't really very pleasant at all.
And then me and my wife were sat out here one Sunday, just there, and she went, oh look, there's a baby rabbit. And I knew straight away then that's what it was eating all my plants.
With a UK population of 37.5 million, wild rabbits are more numerous than rats or mice, and numbers are growing.
The little baby ones, they do look lovely and cute, but little baby ones go into big adult ones, and they have more baby ones, and they just cause a hell of a lot of damage.
Rabbit jobs is one of my favourite ones, I must admit, because it's quite exciting.
After 12 years in pest control, Angela has a very practical approach to the job.
I've got my own pet rabbit, but obviously these are wild rabbits. They turn up in places where they shouldn't be, damaging things.
Each year, wild rabbits cause over £100 million worth of damage to property and crops.
You wouldn't remember at the end of the day, it's on the Pest Act, so obviously it's something that needs to be controlled.
Hello,
Morning.
I'm Angela.
Oh, nice to meet you, Angela. Thanks
And
for
you're
coming.
Tom?
I'm Tom,
Okay.
yes. A rabbit problem.
Right, let's go and have a look.
Thank you.
Tom's 2-acre rented field borders the gardens of his neighbours. It's home to his horse, George.
Traditionally, we've had rabbits on the far fence, which is a public footpath.
Right.
But this year, I don't know why, they've come right across the field. They're creating new burrows, and they're in everybody's gardens, and they're all telling us that they're eating their plants as well.
All right, okay.
I think we have some responsibility to try and do something about it.
Yeah, they've been on the phone to you then.
Yes.
Under the Pests Act, landowners and tenants are legally obliged to control their rabbit populations.
All of these gardens get rabbits. They haven't got secure boundary fences, a lot of them are hedges, so that they're just moving right the way across. And you see, they can't stop digging wherever they go.
So you've got all the burrow system down here, look.
Absolutely, and dug the holes right underneath.
Yeah, you can see they're going right down into the foundations there. Yeah.
One of the particular problems we're most concerned about, of course, is the horse. We've had a series of holes in the field, and if the horse goes over that hole
Yeah,
and
totally,
is
yeah.
in, that's his leg gone, and
Yes.
that's the end of the horse.
To be honest, I've got a horse myself, and I totally understand where you're coming from, because it'd be my worst fears to turn up and have my horse with a broken leg.
Twilight is when rabbits are most active. So a heat-sensing camera provides Angela's best chance to see what Tom and his neighbours are dealing with.
Tom, I've got a bit of footage to show you, so you can have a look what is going on in your field late at night while you're all tucked up in bed.
Yes, please.
Right, are you ready? All those little light dots.
Oh, crikey, this is on the field. Look.
This is what was an eye opener.
Right.
Yes.
All over the place.
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't believe that there's that many, really, would you?
Oh, look.
There's 9 there alone.
Yeah.
And they're an adult-sized rabbit. They're not a baby rabbit.
No, it was well timed to do something about it.
Yeah, it's good. I'm glad that you called us in. They've got to go. There's no way, one way about this. They have to be removed, and that's what we're here to do. It's time to start the eviction.
One coming down. 2. You ready for the 3rd one?
For 5 months, the Martin family has been plagued by bedbugs. Today they are hoping to finally get rid of them.
Are you taking my pity bags down?
Well, we need them down here so that they can be superheated and any bed bugs in them can be killed. Toothbrushes go in the right ones.
How long are we going away for?
Just one night, sweetheart, that's all it'll take. And then you can come back and sleep in your bed. Get in the car. We are now off to my friend Jenny's for the night, where we're going to camp down and hopefully come back to a nice, clean, bed-bug-free home.
Spraying with pesticides hasn't put a stop to the infestation. So Imogen has decided this job calls for a very different treatment.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Heat.
It's really effective. It'll kill everything in the flat. Yep. And I've never known it to fail. Pooh. I feel like I should be singing a sea shanty.
Over 200 metres of hose supply heated water from the special boilers in the van.
The beautiful thing about heat is that it will permeate every level.
You got enough pipe?
Yeah. This is what I consider to be the epicentre of the bedbug infestation. So setting up one radiator in this bedroom makes absolute sense.
The flat has to be heated to 60 degrees Celsius, a fatal temperature for bedbugs and their eggs.
These are cuddly toys owned by Sam and Isabel. I'm going to open these up and the heat will penetrate the whole bag. Hopefully when they come back, the kids can have all their toys back.
Plugged in?
No, not yet. Yep. In my hand, I have a bed bug that Claire and I collected earlier from one of the children's mattresses in their bedroom. To see them die while the heat treatment's going. We've only recently put the heat on and it's quite unpleasant now. He's beginning to become quite agitated. I need to get out of here. I'll leave Buggy here.
It takes 14 hours for the heat to do its work. But Mum Jess is making a nighttime visit to see if the cure is already taking effect.
Recording. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go back in and check on the flat now. It's about 10 o'clock at night. They reckon it's going to be about 60 degrees in there. Oh my goodness me, that is hot. Oh, the photos are starting to peel off the walls. Now I was told that there are some bed bugs that they were captured. They're put in a little tray and I'm going to go and check to make sure that they're all dead. Oof. So, let's have a look at them. Here they are. Oh, look.
They are some very dead bed bugs. Oh, I can't begin to express how hot it is in here. Oh, and all the furniture's all upended. See. Goodness me. Right, I don't think I can cope with this heat much more. Hello. Hi Tam. Hi Jess.
Hello.
Hi Isabel. Hi Stacey. Does it feel good to be back home?
Yes. Oh yeah, sleep will be good.
And you might have to do a bit of cleaning.
That's okay, I can clean.
I'm so pleased. We can actually sleep well and know that the kids aren't going to get woken up and bitten in the morning, which is a huge relief.
Well, thanks very much.
Thank you so much. It's been
Thank you.
months and months of hell and hard work and trouble, and I'm so relieved it's over.
Yeah.
We can draw a line under it now. It's all done and dusted.
I prefer lifting bed bugs. Bed bugs are easier. I think the family are very happy. I think they're going to have their house back. Yeah. I think they'll write me a thank you letter.
I'm going to go back into Jean's barn now, see if we've caught any rats on the traps, and I want to check the bait to see how much they've taken. I'll be looking forward to this.
In Surrey, Jean's farm has been overrun with rats for the past 20 years.
Hi Jean!
Oh, hello.
How's your week been?
The day after you left, it was eerily quiet.
Okay, excellent. We'll see how much bait's gone. I need to go around and really see how much bait has gone. We can have a look at it.
Deborah also checks for any dead rats to prevent the corpses being eaten by other animals like birds or foxes.
I didn't want to move anything because I see there's quite a bit left there, isn't there?
I haven't touched that one.
No.
That's disappointing. Okay. I've set that one off, but it didn't catch anything. This one's been nibbled. I had about 4 blocks on that, and we're down to 2 blocks. But hey, all the bait's gone from in here.
Though the bait's been taken, this may not be case closed. In some parts of Britain, a genetic resistance to poison has developed in a new breed of super rat.
Reading University are doing research into the resistance of poison in rats. So they've asked pest controllers like myself to send them DNA samples.
Deborah's asked Jean to help with the study by keeping any dead rats.
It's just down here. There we go.
That's a juvenile. Fantastic. And which rat did you catch this one in?
Trap over there by the feed.
Excellent.
Yeah.
The more samples they find,
Hey, we've got one.
the more comprehensive the results. A small section of tail is all that's needed to see if this is a case of super rats. At Reading and Huddersfield universities, the research is still ongoing.
I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be very interesting. I do actually think that the possibility of these being resistant rats is very remote.
David Reimer is part of the team monitoring poison resistance in rats.
Hello, Dave. I'm Deborah.
Nice to meet you. Take a seat.
Thank you.
This is a critical sequence of DNA that confers resistance to the rat in question. Every animal has 2 copies of a gene, one from its father and one from its mother. And in this case, one parent was at least resistant and one was susceptible. So resistance is present in the farm that you've been working on. I suspect that any rats that you found dead due to poisoning would have been the susceptible animals.
Right, yes.
And that's how it'll continue to go. You use the poison, the susceptible animals will die, and what remains will mate and just produce more and more resistant offspring.
I didn't think that in any of my areas I had resistance. So this is a bit of an eye-opener for me.
Yeah, the L120Q mutation, which is what we're looking at here, is prevalent throughout the south and southeast of the UK.
Gosh. So I really need to get this area under control.
Well, that's the thing. Getting it under control would mean poisoning them, generally. But these ones, the more you poison them, the worse the problem will actually become.
Right. So I need to look at other methods.
Yes, you need.
Other than the
We
bromidilone.
would advocate using heavier usage of trapping and good housekeeping.
Well, we are actually going to start clearing up
Yeah.
for the lady that I've been dealing with, because I need to make sure we do get this under control.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely flabbergasted, actually. I really didn't think that we had any resistant problems in Surrey, Sussex and Hampshire, and he's just proved to me that there are resistant problems, and I really need to think about how I'm going to treat the rats in future.
I'll tell you what I like doing, going round graveyards in Bradford. Some right good graveyards, you know.
For 3 decades, Ladykiller Janet has been dealing with the pests of northern England.
Anybody can get mice. Some of my neighbours have had them. I'm always getting knocks on the door, especially at weekend. Hi there, I'm Janet from Pest Control.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Antoinette.
Lovely.
Come on in.
Thank you, thanks very much.
I'll tell you what's been going on. So just ignore the mess. We're getting ready for Amelie's party later.
Okay, that's fine.
But a bit of a crazy day. We have this cupboard in the ensuite in the bedroom, and that's where all our suitcases are. And realised that I'd also put some Easter eggs in there. There were some really big Easter eggs. When I went to get the stuff out yesterday, why is this Easter egg gone? They'd absolutely had a feast.
Is there a light switch in?
Just there. That
All right. Lovely is this, because I don't normally get light switches. Straight away, I can see, Antoinette, it's mice with the size of the droppings. There's adult droppings.
Okay.
And also young. There's more than 1 or 2 about.
Okay.
You know, there's obviously with the amount of droppings, there's quite a few about.
Do you think?
Yeah, definitely.
Mice live for up to a year. They can produce litters of 9 to 12 young every 3 weeks.
So how come, when I was clearing it out, I didn't see any?
They go a lot off noise, yeah. So
So
even opening the door, mice only need such a tiny gap. So even that to a mouse is quite a big gap.
Wow.
As long as they can get sort of the skull through, they'll get the rest of the body through. Because what they do is elongate it and just slide in.
Mice can carry up to 200 human diseases. The most common treatment is poison or rodenticide, which has a fatal effect that can take several days.
Is it reasonably humane?
What we use is a rodenticide. Mice and rats are multi-feeders, so they feed off it, and then by about the 3rd day they start to feel ill and they'll go away to die. Yeah, but I know it sounds a bit grim, but it's the quickest way to get rid of this problem. Okay.
I wish I hadn't asked.
The loft room is shut off to the rest of the house so that the family pets won't eat the poison.
I wasn't that keen on the idea of killing them off, if I'm honest. Like in my head, if it was rats, I presume everyone hates rats, but the mice in my head are just a lot more innocent and looking for just somewhere to sleep.
Mice seek food and shelter in houses during colder weather.
Splodge it and then spread it round.
Janet's night vision cameras will uncover what's going on behind closed doors.
She does need to get rid of the problem because obviously they'll spread throughout the house, and you know she'll have an even bigger problem. But it's everybody to their own. Some people just don't like the thought of anything sort of being killed.
It's a beautiful part of the country.
It's a really pretty village. You'll understand when we get into the side why they're so upset, because some of these gardens are absolutely immaculate.
In Essex, Angela's enlisted Deborah to help her deal with some particularly problematic rabbits.
Because you got the cockroaches, haven't you? Yeah.
Angela uses an air rifle to avoid the risks to surrounding houses from a more powerful gun.
I think start this bit here first, okay. Pick off some there, and then work our way onto the next section. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
It's sunset, when the rabbits are most active.
Rabbits are not indigenous to this country. They don't have many predators over here. Only predators they really have are foxes or domestic cats and dogs. So their population can get out of control extremely quickly.
One on your head, oh, he's running off already, look. I want to go behind the tree. Okay. Yeah, we'll just creep in really slowly. Look at them running. I need to get closer. I'm not getting enough impact on them. You really want a rifle for this. Calm. Calm. Be gone. It's a waiting game of rabbits.
There are so many here. I can still see one sitting there.
Oh my lord! Rabbits.
Yeah, I think she's very desperate to catch one. That's a sign of doing a good job. If you want to do your job well, it's frustrating when you can't.
As a prey animal, a rabbit's senses are constantly attuned to any possible danger.
I think we could be here for quite a while until she catches one. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
God. No, you didn't, you missed him.
I think she's more frustrated than she is annoyed.
I'd be no good in the SAS, wouldn't I?
But it is frustrating when you sit and wait for something and then the rabbits don't cooperate.
Not happening, mate, I tell you. We're going home empty-handed. This will keep me awake now, this.
Hi.
Hello?
How did you get on?
The rabbit shooting wasn't very effective. I haven't got, obviously, a high-powered rifle, and I also can't use one.
There's so many of them, you can't get near them, can you?
That's the problem. Exactly.
Move.
What I've decided to do is a wildlife management programme, put a rabbit-proof fence in. That consists of a mesh fencing that's buried into the ground so that they can't bore underneath.
And we'll have the fence round all sides of the field?
All the way around the field. It's like fighting a war at the end of the day. That's the way I see it. Yep. So we're going to put the barrier round, so we'll put the moat round.
Right.
So along the fencing, what I'm going to do is use 2 drop traps. They're like a trapdoor. So when the rabbits pass, they drop in, and I think it'd be really, really effective in the long run.
Okay.
The plan is now, dig a massive hole, obviously, for these drop traps. Right.
The tunnel has a trap door. When a rabbit goes through it, it drops into the large metal box below.
Are you ready?
Right, let's go.
Let's go for it, chick. It is quite demanding and physical, this job is, I must admit. That's what I like about my job, it's inside and outside. Oh, check us out.
See? We're not just pretty faces,
Oh,
you
no,
know.
definitely not.
The rabbits soon get used to the tunnels. When the fence is installed, they'll be the only route into Tom's field.
And we'll just keep leaving it for a couple of weeks, get them really used to it so they don't think anything of it. And then we'll activate the trapdoor that's here. So this, and then rabbit drops in, back up.
When you live trap something like this, you actually have to put water and food in there as well. And we will still check it every 6 hours.
Rabbits caught in the trap are quickly dispatched.
Mine's out the way.
I think it's time to check out what's been going on in the cupboard. Can you see if the food's been eaten? I don't think it has, you know. I can't bear the idea that they've eaten some of this poisoned food and just gone off somewhere to die.
I'm on my way back to Antoinette's house. I'm hoping by me turning up again today that it doesn't trigger off the fact that she may feel guilty about getting rid of the mice. Hi, Antoinette, how are you?
Come in, I'm fine.
Thank you. I'll just take my shoes off if I can.
Okay.
Mice feed around the clock.
Okay.
Janet hopes her night vision camera has caught them at it.
Hi, Antoinette.
Oh, hi, come in.
Right, I've got some footage to show you. We've had good results.
My idea of a good result is that there would be nothing there.
Right, then watch now. Oh, there. You see that then? I can see it's a male. And you see how it's feeding? See how much it's popping into its mouth? Yeah, in one go, and then off it goes. Yeah.
The adult male is probably taking the poison bait to feed its family.
When they stop eating the rodenticide, that is when I know I've eradicated the problem. But this is what we want. I'm sorry.
I know.
But if we don't do anything about it, then you know the last thing that you want when you see this, what it's doing. This is what it would do on your kitchen units.
Yeah.
I'm used to this, and it's grim reality. I think we might stop this because I think it's obviously upsetting you. I wish I hadn't shown it to really, because she's got really, really upset. I think she's probably thinking she'd rather have the mice here than eradicate them.
Janet must return to make sure the mice have gone.
It really bothered me that Janet said it was a male that we saw on the footage, because then I've just got carried away with the whole story of what's going on for him. So he's clearly the dad. He's tested if it's safe. He's gone back to wherever they are and said, it's fine, I found loads more food, come with me, and however they communicate. And as he's dying, he's calling out to them, I was wrong, don't do it. Flee, save yourselves. But it's too late. But yeah, I do feel personally responsible for this family and what's happened to them.
Should I help you?
In Surrey, Imogen's joined Deborah to lend a hand.
Hello, Jean. This is Imogen.
Oh, hello. Hi, how do you do?
Deborah's discovered that her poisons won't work on some of the farm's super rats.
Now I know that there is some resistance here, the clean-up's much more important.
The Ladykillers have gathered a team to clear out the site and discourage rats.
It's important for all this to go because it's great harbourage for the rats. So what I want to do is clear it all, get the grass right down, and it's just, again, preventing them from coming back in and finding a nice cosy place to live, and then they'll just move on.
It's a bit like a reenactment of Indiana Jones, the Temple of Doom. Watch this. This is years and years of cobwebs.
There's an awful lot of stuff here. She's been here for over 20 years, and I think there's stuff here that hasn't been moved for 20 years. The dust is telling me that. What about the hurdle? Because that is really falling to bits, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it could go. Yes, it's falling to bits. I agree with you. Yes. It's sad to see things that have been around a long time being transported away.
Down the back, there are some old chairs. The top one can be binned because that really has been eaten.
Oh, it was the red one?
Yeah.
Yes, OK. That was Gordon Pask's office chair. I got them from him.
I won't tell him if you don't.
He's dead now.
OK. You've got a canoe down here. That is a lovely place for rats to live underneath. Do you think you could part with it?
I cannot... well... It's got a lot of memories, that canoe, but OK. Yeah, you can get rid of it.
Thank you. Right, let's go. Let's get it done before she changes her mind.
OK. I know that today, in today's world, everyone just goes out and buys everything new. I don't come from the same world. I like to keep my stuff that I've already bought.
1, 3.
When you first came, we were overrun with rats. They were there all day long. Rats having fights, rats getting to know each other, coming out saying hello to you while you were trying to feed the animals. I haven't seen a rat for a week or two now. The ship's been deserted. A bit like the Marie Celeste, actually.
We've put in a lot of work today, and I think it's been worth it. It's really nice that we've been able to come in today and help Jean out. She's taken the bull by the horns and she's got rid of a lot of stuff. So I'm happy. And I think that's it now.
There's a lot of memories in that bonfire. 25 years of history on the farm, just going up in flames. But it's a new start, isn't it?
I've been called back. I'm not quite sure why.
Imogen fears that her heat treatment of the flat was not enough.
I suspect, for some reason, that they've seen bed bugs, which I would find extraordinary.
Hello, Imogen.
Hi,
Come
Jess.
on in. Thank you. They're back in numerous amounts in every room.
This one we found last night.
Can you tell me right from the beginning what's happened since I last saw you?
Well, it's just a heat treatment and we put everything back. We had 3 days of bliss.
Yeah.
And then you found them on the sofa.
Sofa, kids' room.
And it just spiralled from that on. Stace is sleeping on an old mattress in the living room. The kids are taking it on turns and sleeping on the round chair because nobody's been bitten on that yet.
Yeah.
I'm knackered. None of us are sleeping.
I mean, do your neighbours have bed bugs?
I have no idea.
Bed bugs can spread easily through a building, crawling through holes in walls, pipes and plug sockets. The head of the heat treatment company has brought sniffer dog Alfie to discover if Jess's neighbours are infested.
Well, just going to bring the dog in now, okay?
Alfie's sense of smell is 1,000 times more sensitive than a human's.
In here, he's showed no interest at all. Come on.
He can pinpoint any chemical trails left by the bugs.
Yes, yeah, okay, now. We stopped there.
What he's done now is he's gone into a full alert. So if I try and pull him away, or encourage him away from it, he won't come away because he's telling me now he's found live bedbugs virtually straight away as soon as we come into the room.
Behind that yellow wall is Stacey and Jess's bedroom.
Just give him his reward.
Yeah, good boy, Alfie.
The neighbour on the right, basically the living room's clear, but both bedrooms have got a problem.
Your bedroom wall is shared with their child's bedroom wall.
Okay.
You know, the tiniest gap and a bedbug can get through.
So we think we found a source, and do you think that's going to be why we got reinfested?
Either the bedbugs went from your flat to their flat,
Yeah.
or from their flat to your flat. One doesn't know where the original source was.
Okay, so good news, I think.
We're going to have to treat both the flats. I think Jess may crumble at this point, having to have it all done again. What a nightmare.
Today we're going to carry out all the rabbit fencing. Keep going! It's going to go the whole way around the perimeter of the fences to put a barrier all the way around the boundary of the field, and also to prevent access into the gardens. You're bang on there. You've got the hang of it now, we're on it. This is a pretty big operational job, obviously, with the amount of area that we've got to cover. Right, if you look here, this is how the trench the digger goes, 2 foot down, and then bury the wire. So then it prevents the rabbits obviously gaining re-entry into the land here on this side.
It will take 5 days to install the rabbit-proof fence, which will work in tandem with the drop traps. So Angela begins the next phase of the operation.
Melton Market, and I've come to look to see if I can buy my ferrets for this season's rabbiting. I want 2 hobs, which is males, if I can.
It's common practice to use ferrets to chase rabbits from their burrows into nets. Angela can then dispatch them humanely.
These are nice here. I'm a bit picky. I kind of like them a bit dark, darker, like the not so ferrety look, as I call it, albino look. Got my eye on like one that I really, 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 really want, but I'm not going to let on because there's plenty interested. Look at them.
Let's get on with it. Lost. 1. At £2 I got. At £2. At £2. At £2. At 3. At £3 I got. 4. £5 I got. At 6. At 6. 7. At 7. You're done, madam, with 7.
2 hobs. I'm happy. I've got what I wanted, so we'll be all right now. There you go. Yeah, I've called him Gordon Bennett because I just think it's just a bit of a comical name, isn't it? Ah, nasty you darling, you bugger you are. Some ferrets are just, you don't click with, but the last one I had, I did. I think he's going to be an handful, that one. Come on, lads. Some work for you to be done.
With the fence nearly complete, Angela needs to remove any rabbits left inside Tom's field.
No, I do not feel like the rabbits are winning at all. It's just the fact is, people have to understand with rabbits, it's not like a cowboy film, everything comes out and drops dead. It's a slow process. They're creating a barrier. They basically lay the net out, and then when the rabbits bolt, they bolt into the nets. Come on, Gordy. What happens with ferreting, you take the ferret, you place it down into the burrow system of the rabbit, which the ferret will pick up the scent of the rabbit, drive down into the burrow system, and hopefully will flush them out.
Angela dispatches the rabbits in the same way farmers have done for centuries. Fence contractor Ken is impressed.
As a job, you don't really see women doing it. It's something they're a little bit squeamish of, but Anne's obviously not. She gets stuck in, she gets the job done. Same as the blokes do. Ready?
Yeah, go on, drop him in. Naughty boy. I'm absolutely chuffed to bits. I've had my rabbits out. And I'm chuffed because it's got the ones out the inner field that nobody would have really thought to check that area there. They've done a really, really good job. I'm chuffed to bits, actually. You all right, Tom? You all right, Irene? Are you happy with it?
Yep, absolutely.
Very happy. It's really good.
Overnight, transformation, and in the morning, no rabbits on the field.
Oh, brilliant.
As far as we're concerned, she's been a diamond because she was the one who said if we're going to do this job, we're going to do it properly, and it needs a fence. She's planned it out, using the traps and the ferrets, using every method that has made a big difference.
Well, I've got pretty much peace of mind now that George the horse isn't going to fall down a rabbit burrow. And also all the plants are going to be pretty much safe from what they were. So obviously at the end of the day, it's a job well done, I think.
In Yorkshire, Janet's back to see if the eviction of Antoinette's unwanted house guests was a success.
Nice to see you.
And you, come
Good,
in.
Good. I'll just take my shoes off because I've been looking on dirty jobs, so I need to take them off. So, it will be interesting to have a look in here, Antoinette. I don't want to have been much movement in here
Do you not
initially.
think?
No, not initially.
Because I hope it's not been touched.
Let's have a look. Let's see. Nothing's been touched there. So, that's good. I can't see any sign of any fresh droppings, to be quite honest, Antoinette.
I don't know why I'm relieved, really. Because in a way it means that you were successful in your eradication of the previous family, which I'm trying to smile about, really.
I know. So really now, it's really decision time.
Antoinette must now decide whether to keep the traps for good or remove them and risk another infestation.
I would suggest that you keep them in place. But knowing you as a person, you could leave it to fate and just keep checking and checking and checking. Because I know that you're struggling with this. Maybe if I take them out and you see how you go on.
I think so.
I think that's better for yourself in your own mind.
Yeah. I think in the end this is the better option for me. So I don't feel quite so guilty. Okay. Janet's been really, really helpful. There's absolutely no sense that she's thinking, oh my word, for heaven's sake, it's just mice, let's just get rid of them. I do this every day, what's the big deal? And I really appreciate that so much.
If you've got any worries at all about anything, just give me a call.
Definitely,
All right,
thank
then.
you. You've been
Nice
great
seeing you
help,
again.
and you.
All right, and
Hopefully I won't see you too soon.
I know, that's
yeah.
it. That's what everybody
Yeah,
says.
exactly. It's nice, isn't it? Yeah, everyone's like, see you. Don't want to see you again.
No, it's great. See you later.
Thanks very much,
Bye-bye.
Janet. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
This will be the second time that we've done this, and we thought it was all over. Let's hope this time it really is, now that they call the culprits next door. Oh, I've got everything crossed that this is it, and we don't ever see these wicked bugs ever again.
In Hampshire, Jess and her family are vacating their bedbug-infested home once more. This time, both their own flat and their neighbours will be treated.
Oh, I've lost a lot of my pictures, they're all come down. Okay, all right. Hello!
Hiya! So next door's been heated the same time as yours.
everything will be dead throughout both properties. So that should be everything done now, bed bug free.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
All done. I've checked for any dead bed bugs or anybody remain. I can't find any.
Hello, little lad. Is it warm in here?
But I think she should be completely bed bug free now, and her neighbour.
I would say to anybody who thinks, oh, well, they're just bed bugs, they're making a fuss out of nothing, we said exactly the same thing until we had them. They are evil, life-sucking devils, and they all deserve to die.
I can't remember a time I haven't been scared of spiders.
I feel so sorry for the girl, I really do. It's really, really affecting her life.
It's a little one, it's all right.
I want the mice out of my house.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at this. Oh, wow. Some of them are still alive.
That's
look.
it. We're going to get into the war zone then. They're going to go ballistic. Bloody hell. Right, out. Out. Ah! I nearly ate wasps as much as bloody pigeons now.
There could be unwelcome intruders
It's a little one, it's all right. It's only a little one. It's okay.
in your home right now.
We knew that they were here. I see all the blotches. It makes me feel horrible.
No.
They're the most despicable creatures that you could imagine.
Britain has 18 million feral pigeons. Moth infestations have shot up by 75%.
They're coming out of the towels.
And rats are growing immune to poisons.
No word of a lie, probably 20 to 25 rats on that grass in the middle of the night.
The pests are coming.
There's no doubt about it, we've got an infestation.
On the front line,
We are at war with pests.
4 women are joining the fight.
God. I said I'm a rat catcher. Well, I nearly choked on his pint.
Working in a man's world, they're a force to be reckoned with.
Just pop it on over my face and you won't hear me again, okay?
I haven't had a rat escape my clutches yet.
Using high-tech gadgets to gather the evidence and hunting the culprits with intuition and guile.
Every case is like a detective story.
Who are you going to call?
It's time to start the eviction.
Today I've got a cockroach job on. A lot of people say that cockroaches will survive a nuclear bomb. I dare say they probably could because they are quite a resilient insect and they run like the clappers.
Janet was just 7 when she went on her first pest control job with her dad.
With pest control, you've got to be a bit of a detective. You've got to have a good route round and work out whatever pest species you're dealing with, what it's actually doing.
Cockroaches have been found in the flat of an elderly couple and their son, Stuart.
Hi there, I'm Janet from Pest Control.
Cockroaches are one of the most prolific pests on Earth. They've adapted to life in buildings and in shared flats often use plumbing routes as pathways.
What they're doing is sort of coming out at night time, sort of climbing all over the actual sort of worktop, and then also on the floor. We don't know whether it's actually small baby ones. It seems to be smaller type insects as well, all over the place.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you've come down at night, and you've turned the light on, have they run?
The whole floor was basically swarming. When you're walking over the floor, it was like crunch, crunch, crunch.
Right, OK. So I'll just have a look under this kickboard
sure.
if I can. Oh, God. You have got a lot. Hellfire. Now, you see all this here? This is scraff.
All right.
That is cockroach excretia. There is a lot, and you've got adults and young nymphs.
All right.
Infestations can spread fast. In a year, a single female cockroach can produce 10,000 young.
They won't just stay down at ground level. Cockroaches will come up and forage for food.
Yeah.
I'd like to put some specialist cameras down just to see what's happening at night time when you're not in the room. Last night I left a plate out with food on it and some other baits. That's what you can see here. Just so we can see what these little tinkers have been up to at night time. Well, look, that's an adult. A good indication to identify a cockroach is the length of the antennae. They tend to be very elongated. So they're having a good time there, aren't they? The further on into the night that we get, the more active they're getting.
Cockroaches secrete an odorous liquid. They are proven disease carriers, spreading bacteria onto food and utensils.
I put these on the floor.
Yeah.
There's more nymphs on the floor areas. This is really good for me to see because I don't normally get to see this.
Yeah.
I think you'll have realised I never shut up, mate. This will not be a quick fix job because of the amount of activity. It's doing repeat visits, and getting the numbers down so that eventually we can maybe get total eradication.
Ladykiller Imogen is an expert in insects. Today she's been called to help get rid of some.
Yeah, I like insects. I did entomology as part of my university degree. Normally I'd spend my life observing them, not killing them. Hello.
Hello, Imogen. Come in. Thank you.
Oh, look. Oh.
Just like Imogen, Catherine is fascinated by insects. Now it seems her passion has come back to bite her.
You can just put your hand on the surface and you can feel it's being bitten, but you can't actually see them with your naked eye. But you know there's something there and it's sort of an invisible problem. And how do you get rid of something that you can't see?
Catherine's cat Strider recently had fleas. He's now got the all clear, but Catherine suspects the same bugs are now infesting her home.
I just really, really love insects. So a bit reluctant to sort of say I had a problem, but the thing is I feel like the whole place is moving.
Can we go and look around the house?
Yes, of course. Right. Sorry, it's my little cluttered house.
Oh, no, it's lovely. It's a compact residence.
Compact and bijou. Yes. Yes.
Oh, wow. So the bed, the cats sleep here in the bed.
That's a shiny one. That's shiny.
A single flea can produce 125,000 individual fleas within 8 weeks, which, if they're on your cat or your dog and you haven't treated them, it's going to be horrific.
No, I think it's a seed.
Yeah, it's just seed. It looked like a nice flea shape. Yeah.
That looks like one, doesn't it?
Looks like one.
In a single day, one flea can drink 15 times its body weight in blood and make 400 bites.
What I'm doing is I'm trying to get a picture with this special microscope.
Part of me thinks he's really lovely because I just really, really love insects, but it's also really bad because I've been living with these and there's probably thousands of them.
The close-up of a flea reveals Catherine's mixed reaction to these tiny parasites.
Oh, isn't he gorgeous?
On his head, he has a specialised biting mouth part, which he'll use like a needle stabbing through your skin.
Yeah.
to extract the blood, and that's potentially the way that diseases are transmitted. And they look so innocent, don't they?
Yeah, he just looks like a speck of dust, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I've always been fond of insects, but not everybody else is, and you just sort of get embarrassed that you are being bitten. And it's not sort of a socially accepted thing to say, I've been bitten by fleas, you know, they're all over me.
The campaign to control the fleas begins with clearing up and cleaning. In a tidy home, it's far harder for fleas to get a foothold.
The problem with Catherine's home, it's just like my home really, there's lots of clutter. There's stuff on every shelf, on every cupboard. Things have to be picked up so you can access the floor to do a treatment in the correct manner. Just trying to get all the possible eggs, larvae, really using the brush head on the vacuum cleaner.
Yes, I'm not one for really throwing away things, but time to let go. Storage heater information, CVs, GCSEs. I'd never wanted to be a mad cat woman, but, you know, quite frankly, you have to just look in the mirror and think, I am, and that's it.
My personal fitness trainer recommends.
Next, the whole house is treated with 2 types of insecticide. One to kill the fleas, and another to stop any eggs from growing into adults. For her degree in zoology, Catherine specialised in the study of insects.
Fleas have been part of my life now for 30, 40 years, but, you know, they've got a place and it's not in my house.
It's a lovely house, but I think she's got too many possessions, providing harbourages for fleas. I'm worried. I think I'll probably be coming back.
If my dad had got a hammer in his hand and I wanted to have a go, he'd always let me. He'd always treated me the same as my brother, no different.
Ladykiller Angela is the only woman in an otherwise all-male pest control firm.
I was a bit of a tomboy. I used to scream when my mum used to dress me in pink.
Today's case is at the local city farm. A pest that seems harmless threatens an infestation with deadly consequences.
Flies, for most people, would just be an annoyance, but for us they can actually be quite a severe problem, especially when it comes to our animals, because they can get something called fly strike. The flies go around the back end where it's dirty and they start to lay eggs. You get maggots, which leads to infections. It can be fatal.
You've got a mixture of 2 flies, haven't you? Yeah. You've got lesser house fly. Okay. And then you've got green bottles.
Flies are attracted to dung and decay. The bag trap lures them in with an odour they find irresistible.
It comes with a rotting smell, maggoty smell that literally pulls the flies in. So they can get in, but they can't get out. It gets absolutely rammed. 16,000 flies or something.
And Angela's handiwork isn't complete until she's provided a practical solution to the fly problem.
That is your door.
That is fabulous.
Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I am.
Places like this is so important that we have them within the community. It does a lot for adults with learning difficulties, and with it being a city farm and a lot of children don't get the chance to go on a farm, I think it's really important to really help people out like this.
Ange has been absolutely incredible. You know, I couldn't ask for a nicer person to come here and do this for us. She's obviously fallen in love with some of the animals herself.
Which I had my keys a minute ago.
Oh, you haven't put them down here.
I reckon there's a key gremlin around here. Ange cleaned her truck out. It's probably an ex-boyfriend in here. Lift it up.
You found them? Where were they?
In my pocket, in my Lucy locket. Don't kill me, please. Please don't kill me.
You idiot. You got your keys, Ange?
Yes, I got my keys. You're not funny.
Back in sunny Glasgow, weather's turned a bit naff today, but I'm not bothered because where I live, I think we've all got web feet. We're used to it rain. Spoil my hair like, but not to worry.
Today's case brings Janet back to the flat Stuart shares with his parents.
We are a close family, obviously, because we all live together. Mum and Dad's always joked in the past, when are we ever going to move out? And it's just because that we haven't moved out, that we've been sort of close and we all rely on each other.
Stuart's been fighting a losing battle against an infestation of cockroaches that pose a serious risk to health.
I tend to do most of the cooking. I know what all the sort of bacteria can do, and especially my parents being a wee bit older, you don't want them to get any food poisoning or, you know, any sort of poisons or anything like that.
Hi Stuart, back again. You okay? Morning. Hello you. Hello. I'm going to inject some gel in and then our little friends will go in and feed off the gel, and the gel obviously you know, destroys them. What I need you to do now is be extra vigilant.
Yep.
Put as much food products away as you possibly can. Yeah, and then we can get them in, feeding off the gel.
Yeah.
A further assault on the insects comes with glue boards, a sticky trap that draws in the insects with a scent.
I'm used to smell, don't smell too close.
Yeah,
it does no for me, but really does appeal to the cockroaches. What I've got to make sure is that I don't glue my fingers to the board. I'm just going to pop this down under here. Yeah, and again, the gel.
Behind the kickboards, cockroaches are not the only intruder.
Stuart, there's a glue board under here with a bloody mouse. Yeah.
All right.
So you've obviously caught mice on it.
Forgot all about that.
If I put glue boards down, I need to be checking them twice a day. Those mice have been on quite a while. You've obviously had mouse problems, and I think you've got a few mice.
Yes, it's something that we've talked to other people in the close as well. And they,
I was going to say.
They all get it.
That's it. All right, thanks very much. Bye-bye now. Bye. It's a lot bigger job than I originally thought. I am deadly certain that the other premises within the building will have problems, so I am going to start knocking on doors. Hello there, I'm Janet from Pest Control. Got all mod cons now. Didn't used to have this when I first started. And you've not had any problems with mice?
We had actually, right? Then we had a cat.
Thanks a lot, Gregory. Bye-bye now. Bye. I'm ever so sorry to trouble you, but I was just wondering if you had any pest issues and if I could come in and have a chat with you about it.
Yes, no bother.
OK, lovely. Thanks very much. So what pest problems have you had, Aisha?
It's cockroaches and mice.
Do you think you've had them a while?
Yeah, there's some up there as well.
All right, oh, they've got inside the cooker.
Yeah, we've taken some out, but it's like more coming in.
They've gone in there because of the
Warm.
It's not uncommon by any means. Aisha, if I just show you, that is smear marks off the mice, off their bellies.
As suspected, mice are infesting both flats.
There's actually a drop-in here. That's an adult drop-in, but I would imagine that you've been seeing adults and the juveniles as well.
Sometimes they make me scream.
Yeah, well, so thanks ever so much. Bye-bye now. Bye. They've got a big problem with cockroaches and mice in this block of flats. If one flat gets a problem and doesn't do anything about it, then obviously the insects and rodents digress into other areas as the population expands. And that's what's been the problem here. I'm certain of it.
Janet will come back to see how widely the mice have spread, thanks to some high-tech surveillance.
Hello. Jenna, nice to see you again. Oh, I've been doing a bit of cleaning.
Oh.
Worn out the hoover.
Oh no.
At Catherine's, there's no longer a problem with cat fleas, but she's got a new case for Imogen. Exhibit A, her collection of teddy bears, many of them valuable antiques.
Oh, they're lovely.
Yeah, that's Andrew.
He's lovely.
Yeah, see, this is Liam in his photograph.
Something's been eating its fur.
Yeah.
That's a little caterpillar, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is this real fur on the bears?
It's mohair, yeah.
Mohair, so they've been loving eating that. Well, I'm not even certain which type of moth this is.
Well, this is really very worrying because I have a lot of bears in cupboards.
And we need to maybe even think about fumigating them.
Oh, God, no.
It's a complete mystery as to what she's got emerging from her bears. I'm going to have a look, I'm going to think about it and come back to her with an answer. I've got a moth here. Can you see it just there?
A forensic investigation opens the possibility of multiple culprits.
I think that is larvae. That was on this bear.
No.
Looks like a little beetle's larvas.
Oh, no. It's a big investment. This was my pension policy.
Well, you could definitely sell these for a lot of money. I actually don't know what to do. I mean, these are obviously very precious. If they get going, everything could be just like a termite coming through and just eating everything. You could actually stick it all into a container and fumigate the bears, just suffuse them with phostoxin gas.
Bit
It's very extreme. Her bears, they're physically part of her. They're like her little babies, aren't they? Or kittens.
I've never been really a doll person, but bears have always been special. I got my very first bear for my very first Christmas, and I've still got her. The reason I don't want them to be gassed is it's a very toxic gas, and they're tactile, and you still would have some residue on it. Things that would just sort of devalue them as well. The whole thing would just be, well, it'd just be devastating. I just, you know, really, I would prefer them just to be burnt rather than that. That's my personal view.
It's no ordinary case for Imogen. She needs some thinking time at home.
Once I've identified the pest, we can design a treatment method. There's no point in treating the wrong pest with the wrong solution. That is, I think, a very carpet beetle. I think that looks like a clothes moth larvae, both of which could potentially attack the whole of Catherine's collection, which we need to protect. I've got an idea. I hope it won't be too upsetting for her.
Hello, Mummy! Hello. Hi, Mum. Hi, Mum. Hi. How's work been? Oh, what are you looking at?
That is a little larval caterpillar from a moth. Okay, let me get on with some work. Come on.
Can I hold it?
I always dread coming back from holiday anyway, but it's particularly bad this time because of the time of year. I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. It's spider season.
Sean and boyfriend Steve are back home after a fortnight away.
Okay. No, I don't know. I feel like we need to check inside first.
This is all right in here. It's okay.
I can't remember a time when I haven't been scared of spiders in a really, really bad way. It's always just been horrible. What are you doing? Is there one under there?
Yeah, it's a little one. It's all right. It's only a little one. It's okay.
Don't spray you on what comes like that.
There are around 750 million spiders in the UK. Sean lives in constant fear of every single one of them.
I'm always checking and I'm always thinking about it, and I'm not comfortable in my own home a lot of the time because I'm frightened of what's going to happen. No, Steve, leave on there.
That's all right.
Is it dead? Is it dead? Is it dead? Is it dead?
We're off to Sean's house today. Sean's got a really bad arachnophobic problem, and I'm going to see if I can reduce the number of spiders that are entering into her property. I meet people that are frightened of rats, I meet people that are frightened of really mice, and they're generally petrified out of their mind. It starts right from a young age, I think, with some things.
Arachnophobia is a fear of spiders. It affects nearly half of women and a fifth of men in Britain, even though all of our 600 spider species are quite harmless.
Right, I understand that you've got this slight spider problem.
Yes, and by slight, I mean extreme. We do get a lot of spiders in this house, especially at this time of year.
Yeah.
Obviously, with it being spider season.
This does seem to have a very high number of them here. We're averaging maybe
I-
one every day.
And I've got a massive spider phobia, so it is a big problem, and I just don't know what to do anymore.
Have you gone down the process of like sealing up things?
I have. I don't like windows open.
Yeah.
Which obviously is bad because there needs to be air in the house, but I hate opening windows.
Yeah.
I've been arachnophobic for as long as I can remember. It's just, I broke my hand trying to kill a spider. There were one on the door frame. Half its legs were on one side and half were on the other side. I just whacked it as hard as I could, and this bone here took the brunt of the...
Ouch.
But it were worth it because I killed it.
I can put sticky monitors down that catch them. Have you tried them?
No.
They're like a glue trap, so it can catch them around your house as well.
Glue traps to catch spiders will help Angela to gauge the total number lurking in the flat.
There's this sticky bit, look. Basically sticks to it and can't get off. I'll put these all around here. Oh God, if I can't get my finger off it, how's the spider meant to get off it? She's really bad, isn't she? I feel so sorry for the girl, I really do. It's really, really affecting her life. I just think it's to the point where she needs probably a little bit more professional help for the arachnophobia side of it as well. I can see it's upsetting you. You're just looking at it. Do you know what I mean? Me personally, I think you're so bad, you probably might need to go and see a hypnotherapist or something, because it's not fair to you to be suffering like you are. Hopefully, he'll have the answers for you.
Yeah. I think it's time.
This could be good.
Yeah.
Janet's family has been in pest control for 3 generations. Her dad took her under his wing nearly 30 years ago. Now her son Tim has joined the firm.
It's just a busy road, isn't it?
Her daughter Sophie has just left college with a sports degree. Now she's at a crossroads and wondering if her future too will be in pests. While she decides, she's on hand to help Mum out.
Right, Sophie, you're with me today, so we're working together. You'll enjoy that, won't you? I need to do a waste run. My freezer is more or less full. You know it's a bit of a grim job, but it has to be done. But you've had some breakfast, so you'll be all right. Me and Sophie get on really well. I love it when me and her go working together, because we're girlies together. She'll say, oh, Mum, don't do that, you know, and I say to her, don't be so soft. Lucy, do you fancy coming round with us and see what we do with all the waste?
Oh, come on, have a look.
Yeah?
Janet's driven to encourage more women into pest control. Sophie and her friend Lucy are about to get a brief taster.
I've got 2 buckets of pigeons that I need to sort out. Yeah? So when I open it, it just does a bit, but your nostrils soon get used to it. It's amazing.
Pests killed with rodenticide have to be collected to ensure the poison doesn't go back into the food chain. Janet freezes the carcasses so they don't rot before taking them to the incinerator.
Right, I tell you what, Lucy, can you do it a bit righter? Right, just itemise everything. 1 rat. That's a big one, that, I know. That's a young one. That's little mousy.
Stinks. It absolutely stinks. It's real rancid.
I can't even describe it, it's like...
It is a bit whiffy. Once you get this smell, you always know what dead rodents smell like.
My mum's definitely not the squeamish type whatsoever. Obviously, I've grown up with it, so I'm used to pretty much everything. It doesn't faze me, just get on with it like my mum does.
It's an education, isn't it?
It is. I'm not going into that kind of career, I tell you.
Don't fancy it. You see, I want more women like your age coming into this. This is what I want.
In the future, myself doing pest control, it's always been a possibility. It's always something that I can fall back on, and I know the ins and outs of it.
Right, we'll put this in back at van. If Sophie joined the family business, I would be absolutely made up. Already, a lot of my clients, they'll turn round and say, we don't need to ask who you are. You know, you look just like your mum. And Sophie sort of rolls her eyes. Right, wagons roll.
Off we go. Come on. Do you want to pick another bread currant? Huh? We go and pick some peas. The last time I was stung was when I went to pick a plum and there was a wasp sitting on the other side that I didn't see.
It's raining. It's raining outside. So just keep on the side so it's raining.
It's the end of summer, when wasps are at their most aggressive. Worried about granddaughter Anna, Tony's called in Janet.
Do you remember when you got stung with that bee when you were little?
Should have been keeping a closer eye on it.
Never mind keeping a closer eye. You were like Houdini, you're the one that climbed over the fence and ended up halfway up Weir Road. Pin Paul, hairdresser brought you back. I didn't even know you were out.
With her young associate in tow,
Oh, we've got some lovely lettuce.
Janet plans a two-pronged assault on the wasps.
If you just wait there, Tony, I can see where they are, and I'm right in the flight path, actually. And they're very, very active, but at least they are our native wasp. I mean, these won't be happy when I start having a go, but I know exactly what I'm going to do now. So if we go back and we need to suit up, put that on your head and let's have a look how it fits your head, because I've only got a little head. Yeah, you see, it fits you and it don't me. When I put that on my head, it drops off because it's too big.
When I was a kid, I was very, very grubby. Loved all the gory stuff. I'd sit and just play with slugs all the time. That's why I loved going out to work with my mum. Now I have grown up and I do look at things a bit differently.
I think she would make a really, really good female pest controller, but that's because she's got my genes in her. Right, let's go.
Yeah.
That's the puddle, what I've fallen into already. But I can't force her into doing something she's not comfortable with. We're going to get into the war zone now. As soon as we attack this wasp nest, then the workers are going to come and have a go at us, but Sophie will be at the side of me and she can keep them off me. So I'm going to blast it now through them holes, all right? You make sure these stay away.
Janet and Sophie begin their attack, using aerosol insecticides to kill the wasps guarding the nest.
Jesus. I've got a ragging stick. I'm going to rag all the nest open. It's right inside here. Get him off me. Right, that'll do. Angry, angry. Right, back off. I'm trying to find the nest and break it all open. If I can break all the nest open, then it's completely destroyed.
An insecticide powder is pumped into the nest.
Oh, I've got it. That's it, got it. Bloody hell. Oh. Right, out, back. Ah!
Is it in you?
Ah, it is. Get me net off now.
There's one on you.
It were?
Yeah.
Has it gone?
Yeah.
Flipping hate wasps. I nearly ate wasps as much as bloody pigeons now. It's got me round here.
It does bring back good old memories, yeah. Joining the firm, it is a bit of a crossroad, and I need to decide what I want to do with a career. I don't know, I'll see what the future brings.
What I'm hoping in the back of my mind, the more that she comes out, the more she thinks, you know, it's different, it's good. Perhaps she'll just get that passion for it that I found.
I normally see it out of the corner of my eye. I just notice a flash go past and I get that straight away, oh yuck. And when I have a look, yeah, it's been the mouse.
Paula's been spotting mice since she first moved into her new house.
It does make me feel like screaming. I do get a sick feeling in my stomach and I do think about the amount of germs and that sort of thing that they carry.
This is a rare call into town for country girl Deborah. And that means braving the London traffic.
Where do I come off this roundabout? There's cars everywhere. I don't know where I'm going. This is scary. 4 lanes on a roundabout and traffic lights and buses. Oh, thank God for that, because I can't figure out where the hell you are.
Deborah and Imogen have joined forces to solve the problem of Paula's town mouse.
So where have you seen the mice?
So I saw it come from the back door, and I think it ran into that cupboard. And that cupboard actually has a funny smell, so I assumed that if there's any mice, that they probably are living in there at some stage.
You just say that they might be in the motor.
Yeah, because it's nice and hot down here. We're looking for evidence that there's a current mouse problem there. There aren't many. Did we see any droppings?
No. There must be something about London that you have to have plastic flowers. In the country, we have the real thing.
Beautifully clean. I wish my house were this clean.
Right, I'm going to have a look in the attic now, because mice like dark, undisturbed places, and the attic's usually the prime location for them. Yeah, I found 1 mouse dropping. Yeah, but only 1, and it's not fresh. I don't think we have a problem up here. Working out in the country, there are a lot of people that will say, oh, we've got mice in the loft, but we're not too worried about them as long as it's not rats. In the city, people seem to worry about them a lot more. If there's 1 or 2 mice running around, we get called out straight away.
So, have you seen much evidence of mice?
I haven't seen anything to make me think there's actually mice in there at the moment.
Is it 1 mouse running around the house?
Personally, I think that the neighbours have probably got mice, and it's a rogue mouse that's sort of come across and sussing out the new area.
It's wondering if it can make its home there, but actually there's nothing to provide it with any sustenance there. It's beautifully clean.
She keeps that house spotless.
Paula's regular housework may have removed the signs of any mice. And in a house this clean, rodents are unlikely to hang around.
Probably spend about an hour or an hour and a half doing housework. It's quite a big house. Everybody else in the square has a cleaner, but I don't. I think it's actually a bit of therapy for me.
Paula and her husband Clyde have 3 sons. Their eldest, Aaron, has a severe form of autism.
Right. I'm good. Noddy, sit. Sit.
Aaron can't stand people talking to him, and he has a lot of trouble processing things verbally. Would you like the curtains opened or closed?
Closed.
There are days where it is incredibly difficult. I think every mother would do anything that they possibly can to help their kids, whether they have a disability or not. A good friend of mine told me the reason she thinks that I keep the house so clean is because I don't have any control over my life, and that the only way I can get some control is to keep the house a particular way.
Suspecting any mouse that has visited was just passing through, our Ladykillers want to ease Paula's mind by keeping it out for good.
What I'm going to do is get a bit of wire wool in here. This stuff is really nasty, and you have to handle it with gloves, because it will just cut your fingers, but it does prevent any mice getting in anywhere.
Wire wool plugs any small gaps. It's impossible for mice to gnaw through.
Mice will come into a property for warmth, shelter and food, the same as you or I would like in a house. It's very difficult to proof a house from mice. They will get in if they want to, but if you can keep it as clean and tidy as possible, then once they come in, there's nothing there for them and they will move on.
They didn't see a single mouse. And the Ladykillers have done everything in their power to make sure the residents of this immaculately clean house won't be seeing one either.
I think we work quite well, really. You're the pragmatic one. While I'm looking around, oh, that's nice decor. I mean, people don't seem to realise that mice will chew through a cardboard packaging. If you leave a container of rice open, that they will happily sit inside and just, that's a lovely, comfortable bed and I can eat it. I mean,
Imogen has joined Janet to visit the flats in Glasgow, where mice have moved in force.
Because of the problems what she's had with the mice, I set up some cameras overnight.
Fantastic.
So I'm hoping now that we're going to get some good footage of the mice.
Oh, wonderful.
Just see if she's in. The lady's called Aisha.
Aisha.
She's a lovely lady. Hi, Aisha. Are you okay? Back again? I'm really looking forward to see what we've got on this.
To tempt the mice in front of her camera, Janet left food on the kitchen worktop.
Did it horrify you leaving crisps out?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, look at that.
That is good.
That is good. Oh, look, there's cockroach. Yeah. Anybody can get any sort of pest problem.
No matter how clean
It doesn't matter how clean you are or anything. They're opportunists. They'll get in and they will make use of anything that they can find.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Oh, it's a male.
Yeah. Can you see its testicles? Can you see them?
They've got very large testicles, so it's a really good indication for us. Good grief.
Yeah. Is that the cutlery rack there?
That's it. This is really good.
Look at this, it's going on top of the...
Climbing up.
People don't realise just
Get
what
off.
good climbers they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they've had a busy night then, haven't they?
They had a feast. It would be nice if it eats the cockroach as well.
Beating pests requires knowledge of their habits. So Imogen's keen to keep up with the latest science of animal behaviour. She's come to meet an expert on mice,
Hello Imogen, nice to meet you.
And you?
Professor Gay Murphy.
These are mice. People immediately say, wow, aren't these cute?
They are cute.
And they look so nice sitting in your hand. But if you think about them walking in the kitchen over surfaces, they will continually be defecating and leaving urine. And people will have heard of salmonella. They'll also have heard of listeria and campylobacter. Those foodborne illnesses tend to be transmitted as they walk over surfaces. We've been doing some work looking at terraced houses, and we trapped mice in all of these terraces, and we then looked at their DNA profile. And what we found was that the mice run all the way through the block. So turning up and treating a single property,
I'd agree with that.
yes, may dampen down the population for a little while, but actually you'll just create a vacuum and mice will then come into
them
it.
along to
Yes,
the next house.
absolutely. One of the things that we can use is fluorescent dust. So I let them just get some on their feet.
There's toxoplasmosis, salmonella, and listeria.
The harmless dust reflects ultraviolet light.
This is a really good tool for us to understand where and how mice move, because they will now leave a trail.
You can see the tail marks.
That's it, and you can
and
see
the footprints.
And that then will help to understand where you might want to place your traps, but also I think to let people understand they are moving all over these surfaces. They are a public health pest.
In Glasgow, Imogen wants to use the fluorescent powder to track the mice in Aisha's kitchen.
On the camera footage, we could see that the mice were coming around the back of the skirting board and travelling upwards. Now I think they're travelling onto the windowsill, and I'm going to put some dust just down here at the bottom so we can pick up any footprints. And we'd be able to tell where they are, where they're going, and also how many.
Yeah.
I'm a really, really clean person. I like everything to be clean. I want the mice out of my house. I don't want anything in my house, apart from me.
So Aisha, how long does it take you to cook that yummy pot of curry? Did you
clock that as well?
About an hour.
I do like curry.
Don't we all? Yeah.
That's a lovely, beautiful flat, wasn't it?
Lovely.
Should we go and get some supper?
Yeah, definitely. I think we should have a curry. Definitely.
When I first started pest control, I was checking mouse boxes and there was big mama spiders in the boxes, which absolutely terrified me to death, and it made me feel physically sick. And I just thought, one day it got to the point where it's, and you've got to get to grips with things. You've got to get over this phobia of spiders. You've got to get on with it, or you're going to look like an idiot in pest control.
In Hertfordshire, Angela's met up with Paul, a hypnotherapist called in to work on the acute arachnophobia of her client Sean.
Hey Sean.
Hiya.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you.
Deeper and deeper as you follow my voice.
To give Sean extra peace of mind, Angela treats the flat with an insecticide spray.
For many years you've been fearful of spiders and of the consequences of an encounter.
The average UK home is reckoned to house up to 30 spiders. Angela is keen to prevent Sean from spotting even one.
There's a spider down there. She would have a fit if she's seen that.
Your eyes will open and you'll be back fully alert, refreshed and energised and feeling absolutely wonderful, as though a corner has been turned. Her motivation is very high. She wants to conquer this. She knows that it's inappropriate. She knows that it's really not necessary.
I'm pretty much confident the two will come together and it'll really help the poor girl out with the phobia that she's got.
This is the lure. You can't smell it through there, but when we open it up...
And do you sprinkle it on?
No, you just
leave it?
Just leave it on.
In Glasgow, the day's first call is to Stuart, whose flat is being treated for cockroaches.
Hi there, Stuart. I'm back again.
Oh, yeah, look.
Yeah. Right,
Oh,
so
they're
you can see.
tiny, yeah.
When I came initially, there were an awful lot, and I mean a lot of roaches came out. I'm also going to bring the...
Oh, we're going to rebake them?
Yeah.
Can you see?
Yeah, that's all gone. So obviously the cockroaches have been in. I mean, that's completely empty.
The cockroaches that die after taking the poison usually remain out of sight. But it's the glue boards that give a good indication of numbers.
Oh, look at this. Oh.
This is what I expected.
Look, some of them are still alive.
That's
look.
it.
Oh, wow.
How good is that? You can see how effective it is, can't you?
Really, I mean, you've got a full spectrum of that. It's a very large adult.
Exactly.
Can you see that?
Right, Stuart, come and have a look here.
Oh, right.
That is an egg case. I can get it up on my spreadsheet.
Oh, we're going to set... Oh, there, that's it.
When they're feeling threatened or trapped, they will try and drop their egg cases.
Oh,
it's a way of saving themselves.
Yeah. It's like we always try and protect our children.
It's like a little bag.
It's
that
like,
they carry
I call
on their
it, it's
bottom.
like a little purse.
Yes.
Like a little clutch purse.
It is, it's just like that.
I'm really pleased with how things have gone since our last here, because obviously, you know, the numbers are going to be vastly reduced, and I can see sort of now the problem areas within the kitchen in particular. It's so far so good.
Cockroaches are notoriously resilient. The campaign to bring them under control has started well, but it's not over yet.
Right, so it's been lovely seeing you again, so I'll speak soon, see you shortly.
Thank you very much, nice to meet you, bye.
Bye, Stuart, bye-bye now, love.
When I saw the traps, I was actually surprised. I actually thought there would actually be more, which actually surprised me.
Several flats share the problem with cockroaches and mice. All of the traps need to be inspected.
Today, working with Imogen, it's been nice to have a bit of female company. Oh, look at that. I mean, we've had a bit of girly talk as well. We've actually sort of discussed curtains in some premises and said, you know, curtains are nice. Imogen works quite a lot on her own, so I'm sure that she will have enjoyed the company as well.
There we go.
Hello.
Hello.
Got a freezer for you.
Fantastic.
It's a big day in Guildford. Imogen's had to rack her brains for a way to treat a precious collection of teddy bears without using pesticides. And she thinks this could be it.
Look like Sleeping Beauty's casket.
This is a chest freezer that we've hired for the purposes of freezing your bears. They have assured me that at -18, eggs, larvae and moths will be killed in your bears if we leave it for long enough.
Right.
And I would say long enough would be at least 7 days.
Okay.
This is the first time I've done freezing of so many animals. I've frozen animals that I want to later dissect. I remember my flatmates at university getting very cross that I'd put a dead magpie in the freezer amongst all their food, which made me buy new food for them. How many bears do you think you have?
I think at least 100, maybe 2.
I'm not sure our freezers are going to be big enough.
See, that's Abnap. That's a zebra bear. This is Wendy.
Oh, she's very old, isn't she?
That's Liam.
Liam.
Noel.
No.
Bet.
I can't remember all their names. It's a bit like going to somebody else's house at Christmas and having to remember all their relatives' names. Catherine, I haven't counted them, but I think you underestimated the quantity of bears. I think you've got more than 200.
No. I'm sure Imogen is implying that I should get rid of some of my collection, and part of me agrees, but the hoarding, collecting side of me says I made some good choices when I purchased some of these bears, and I probably would have done the same again.
Oh, there's one being delivered now.
Do you know what? I think this is my meerkat. I can't believe
Which
it.
one did you get? Oh, he's got the biker. Should be ready in about a week's time. Just defrost and play with.
I've got far too much, I know that. Some of them, when they come out, I really, really love, and I would have bought them again. Others, I don't know why I even bought them in the first place. And I don't really need cupboards full of bears, and I can just sort of let them go, and if I can release some money, maybe get a ticket to go to Australia to see my nephew, then it would definitely worthwhile.
Catherine's made a really good job. I think she's cleaned up a lot. I think she's moved stuff around. The vacuum cleaner's obviously been used, the new vacuum cleaner. She's got a fantastic collection of bears, probably incredibly valuable, cost her a huge amount of money, and we've probably saved her collection being destroyed.
Angela is checking for spiders on the traps she laid for Sian, whose arachnophobia was so bad she's since had a course of therapy.
No, nothing on that one. No. Yeah, that one on this one.
I can't thank you enough. I've seen hardly any spiders, kept them all out, and with that and my hypnotherapy, it's just
all come together.
Yeah, they've worked really well alongside each other. While I've been having hypnotherapy, I've had the peace of mind of not having to deal with spiders in this house. So being able to relax like that and feeling secure while I have the hypnotherapy has been brilliant. And I've got something to show you. Don't look alarmed.
I'm worried.
Follow me.
When someone wants to show me something, it worries me.
No. Look, spider up there.
Are you standing?
And I'm standing here.
That's amazing.
I'm standing underneath it.
That's amazing.
I would have never done that in a million years. In a million years. Last night I came in and saw it and I thought, oh, I'm going to have to move that. And then I forgot.
All I want to do is squash it.
And you need to get control of your phobia. Please. And draw your attention to the open window, which in itself
is a miracle.
That spider, its name is Dolly, for Dolly Parton. And look, I'm touching it through the glass.
I can't believe that. I think that's amazing.
To not feel frightened all the time is something that so many people take for granted, but to just not be living in fear all day and all night is a brilliant feeling. I feel free. That's the word I would use to describe it. I feel free, I do.
Oh, I'm chuffed here.
Bless you. Thank you. I think my focus was such that everything was about spiders. This house was filled with spiders. What I needed to do was work on my mind to realise that I didn't have a pest control problem.
Out of the jobs that I've done, I think this one has really, really touched a spot, because the fact is it was just overtaking our whole life. And I'm chuffed to bits for the girl, I really am.
That's what I'm finding in most of the flats. Most of the problems are within the kitchen areas, and I think it's because that is where the service pipes are running, up and down, and obviously the kitchen areas are that's where the food is for them.
Between them, Janet and Imogen have over 30 years of pest control experience. In the Glasgow flats infested by cockroaches and mice, they can sense victory. The first job is to check the traps.
Morning, Stuart. You all right, love? Good, good. Now then, look at that, Stuart.
I actually haven't seen any last night at all.
Nothing's come out.
Yeah.
That's good.
To help Stuart stay pest-free, Janet has one last job.
I'm going to approach the subject in a diplomatic way, that really what I want him to do is get his over out a bit. I know he has a lot on his plate, but it will help alleviate the situation with the mouse activity and also the cockroaches. If I just show you down here, I know it's going to be difficult, and I think you're going to have to pull this out.
All right.
But because this is the area of most activity. Yeah. You see down there where there's debris and stuff, what I could do with you doing is hoovering up as much as you can. I just think we're getting on top of the situation now, and there's things that you can do to help yourself. At the end of the day, we want to get shut of these, don't we? Yeah, that's what this is all about.
Certainly the housekeeping bit will definitely get on top of that and get cleaned up in the areas that Janet sort of suggested.
Sometimes I think that sort of being a female technician, we can sometimes get things across a little bit better to people because we look at it from a woman's point of view. Won't believe what's happened here. Yeah. There is
a mouse in there.
A mouse on it, yeah. What I need to do is very quickly dispatch of this.
Yeah, I think this is a really effective way of seeing exactly how the mice are moving around.
In Aisha's neighbouring flat, Imogen's UV dust leads her to the precise spot where the mice are getting in.
Yeah, look. With the UV light, there's a whole clear mark going under the oven one way and coming in front of the washing machine. Footprints, look, very clear footprints there, look. Pads at the back of the foot, and these are the front pads. 1, 2, 3, 4 toes, you can see. And over here, look at that paw print there, that's excellent. Can you see that? Oh, look at that. You can really see they've dropped down inside the back of the oven. How can they live in this hot space? I think we've got a very good idea where your mice are going. I mean, they tend to be restricted to a very small area of your kitchen. They're not in the rest of the house, the flat.
Hi, everybody. It's only me. Hiya. Oh, how good is that?
Yeah, it's lovely.
Look at that. The UV dust has actually shown us where the mice are most active, which is what we need to know for sure. So what we're going to do, we're going to bait it out now with internal tamper-proof bait stations.
The carefully positioned poison will kill the mice within a few days.
And this is going to be the quickest and safest way to eradicate the problem in Aisha's flat.
It's been great. I've loved coming here. It's been really...
And thanks for your help.
Thanks.
Yeah, it was exciting.
You make a very good pest controller, actually.
Oh, no, thank you.
Yeah, we
good
could.
job helping me.
Yeah, to be good. See you soon. Bye-bye now. Bye.
That lovely flat.
I know. I'm a happy bunny today. I feel as though I've been really successful in these premises. What I have done, I've spoken to the people that live in the premises. So what I've suggested to them is that they get a pest management agreement in place, because obviously, you know, you can't be there every day, and really they need to be proactive about this themselves and not let it get out of hand again.
I loved working with Janet. I didn't feel patronised in any way, which one can sometimes happen working with a male pest controller. I don't have to discuss football if I don't want to. She comes up with phrases I don't understand, like numpty. I didn't know what that meant. What does numpty mean?
Numpty. It's another mine and my dad's sayings.